Okay. Probably get someone sick. Oh. Hey, how's it going? So you guys are pretty lucky. My one friend, she's just outside getting ready, but we're gonna have a special guest today. Thank you. Yeah, it's actually today's makeup. Thank you. I tried out something. I got my style. Yeah, no, we just signed on. Like literally just signed on. So today's gonna be a fun stream, guys. So basically, I kind of wanted to go over just like, I'm here with another trans person. They're going to be coming in a sec, but I just want to go over that like everybody's transition is like different and talk about like, differences and like, maybe like the trans woman kind of journey versus like the non-binary journey. Cause you guys know that I'm non-binary, right? Non-binary trans person, AMAB, if you want to be specific about that. And then my friend is a trans woman. So we're going to see the differences and stuff and just have a fun time, talking about stuff. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy, you know what I'm saying? Hope you guys enjoy. Well, and also we'll be talking to you guys in the chat, of course, like, going over some stuff. So, because like I guess everyone's transition is different, and I've talked about this in other videos, and just not even other videos, just other live streams in general. Every transition isn't cookie cutter. Everybody has a different goal. Like obviously some people might be very interested in bottom surgery, like they have very big genital dysphoria. And then some people it might just be their gender identity and they don't really have that genital dysphoria. And, what's it called? Gender reassignment surgery isn't really needed for them, but it really depends on the person, obviously. But, we do live in a world where basically, there are a lot of people who think that every trans person, the goal is the surgery, which really isn't the case. Honestly, let's be real. Especially nowadays with the more modern trans wave, where it's kind of like, I don't know, the way that I'd explain being trans is it's not about transitioning to the other gender or transitioning to other sex, anything like that. It's basically you said F you to all the gender societal norms and you kind of just started doing your own thing. And obviously some people, they might identify with women. Some people might identify with men. And then some people might identify in the middle with another gender identity that, would be umbrellaed by the term non-binary. But, there's obviously millions of different ways to be non-binary, right? There's no cookie cutter way of being non-binary because, as everyone knows, we're not trying to make a third box, right? Like, and I feel like a lot of people think that, this whole like,
That's so weird.
No. I was introducing you. We were hyping you up.
Yeah, convenient.
But if you're not ready yet, no, we're just chilling. Also, I wanted to basically get some more people in here, so because it sometimes takes a bit to get some people in.
Yeah,
you gotta wait like 30 minutes.
Slow.
What is up? So this is my friend Charlie. She's from the States. Pretty cool. From the USA.
Oh, the United States.
Yeah. But yeah, I've just been kind of like introing, like basically, stuff about like every transition is different. The whole cookie cutter kind of thing is not true.
Yeah.
We've kind of just been going over that. Like, what's your opinion on that? Like,
I mean, I know very few trans people in person, and every single one that I have met, the story of their journey has been 1000% different on every single one. Like, not even remotely close, but like similar, but not. It's like the weirdest thing. You get this sense like, yeah, I know what you're saying, but like, it's so unique and so cool. Thank you.
See?
See?
I said the same thing. I was like, wow. I was like Charlie, like literally hair came on point every day. Like, yeah. Well, yeah, no, honestly, we got 5 people in here. All right, well, we'll wait it up, like we're only 5 minutes in.
I guess I could go like the video. Cheat the system.
Watch on your phone.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Hey, in the end, it does work. It does work.
I'm
the algorithm.
normally on here anyways.
Yeah. Start messaging in the chat too, like asking questions. Yo! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! We got a new viewer here. Okay.
Who's this random person?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Okay. Oh, look at that, Danny. Danny's always nice. They're great. They're great. One of my other moderators.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, Danny.
Yeah.
What's up, Danny?
But yeah, like, yeah, if you guys have any, oh yeah, hey, you said, oh.
Ooh.
But yeah, if anyone has any questions for us or anything, always feel free to leave them. We're going to be talking about like random stuff. Oh, okay. That's actually a good question we got here. And honestly, I'm kind of afraid I can't get microdosing estro because all of the endocrinologists I've seen so far do mention gender dysphoria as a requirement to get the therapy. Oh, okay. So basically what you're saying is like you've asked about microdosing, like microdosing HRT, and you know most doctors have told you like there's only one way of doing it. Yeah, yeah, honestly, sad to say, but in the medical field, that's kind of like they still do have that like closed-minded view. And it really does like kind of suck, I guess. Like, I don't know, like I just feel like, you know, in the medical field, you have the doctors that are very like, you know, that's like they're very interested in like all the different transitions and like a non-binary transition, that kind of stuff. And then there are the doctors that are still like very closed-minded about it, basically being, nah, you can only go one way or the other. There's no like in between. Basically, if you're in between, it's like you're faking it or something, which is,
I mean,
kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
And then, like in my personal case, I'm having to find a doctor through my insurance, basically, because the one that's close to me doesn't do any trans care in any right. And it's because he's old and doesn't want to learn the new stuff. He's like, I have nothing against you personally, but like, I can't give you the appropriate care. So like, sorry, go somewhere else. And you're like, well, I mean, I appreciate you being honest.
Yeah.
But like, dang. So,
yeah, no, honestly, like I was pretty fortunate that like my family doctor is like straight up, like, I think he's like I would say maybe like 7 or 8 years older than me. Like he's like pretty new to the game. As like probably has, you know, he probably was in med school for at least 8 years. Yeah, I'd say probably 8 years. What do you think? Med school, 8 years. Yeah. So he's kind of new to the game, obviously, but like, yeah, he's obviously a lot more like open-minded and stuff like that. But yeah, if I had like an older doctor, like I've even heard in Canada too, that's like pretty progressive. Older doctors still will refuse to prescribe you. Now, in the end, they might refer you to someone else, which is obviously like really
that's more or less what's happened. And like I just keep getting punted down because now we're in the game of the find the referral who wants to actually take the referral. But like, yeah, it's not the first doctor's fault that I'm having those issues now. They're doing the right thing because they're getting close to retirement and just aren't wanting to learn all of the new medicine. And that's fine. You know what I mean? Can't fault them.
Yeah. What are they saying here? I haven't got any gender popping. Oh yeah, they get like, oh yeah, this is like a full-on discussion here, and they're saying they'll get into their debates. Hey, bun.
yo.
Crazy. Okay. Oh, and yeah, Planned Parenthood. I know Planned Parenthood. That's probably. Yeah. What do you think? Is that the biggest provider of trans care in the States? Like, do you think?
Probably.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, like, which is very small and limited. Like, I'm a prior service member who's medically retired, so I have healthcare through the VA.
Yeah.
So like right now, I'm trying to deal with the VA, and that's all I really know. Because I haven't wanted to look into all of the other stuff and find out how easy or hard it would be because like this is the path that I need to go.
Yeah.
So like I've just been focusing on that. But like from what I have heard, I would say Planned Parenthood probably is one of the top providers in the States. Or easiest ways to get it safely.
Yeah. Oh, we probably should have gone over this first. So Charlie, what's your pronouns?
Oh, I use she, her pronouns. They, them, school.
Yeah.
But like whatever. Yeah.
And I use they, she, if anyone didn't know. Mostly, I don't know, I guess like mostly people use they, them for me, but you know, you throw a little she in there, it's like, I'm not complaining, you know.
I won't hate.
I ain't complaining. I dig it. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I know we're gonna have a discussion.
I feel it about the face being very dysphoria causing, and it's rough. I'm still trying to figure out what to do about it myself, because I am on basically a wait list, more or less playing the find the right provider to get my HRT started. So like it's just kind of do what you can, unfortunately, until you get there. But you just know you'll get there.
Yeah. Oh, you said face, right?
Yeah,
face.
Whoever it was
I see.
it,
Okay, my face
right?
makes me most dysphoric.
And like honestly, that is the most dysphoria causing thing for me at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the face is hard. Like honestly, like I'm pretty fortunate that I had a lot of like feminization in the face, but most people, I would say, from hormones don't really get that. It's mostly from like facial feminization surgery. I just like always kind of had a baby face. Like I was just fortunate to like always look like a 10-year-old, you know? like straight up.
You look like a child still.
Oh yeah, like I remember when I was like in like university, like last year or something, and people would be like, "Oh, like where are you thinking of going next year for university?" I'm like, "I'm graduating this year." Like I'm done. They're like, "What? I thought you were like 17." Like
yeah. Even when I was in the Navy, I was getting like, "Yo, aren't you in high school?" And I'm like, no, like I'm in my late 20s. What are you talking about?
What kind of you actually look pretty young too. Like I have some friends that are like around your age and like they look like way older than you, I would say. Like
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
If I had taken better care of my skin when I was younger, I would look better, but
hey,
it's all right.
Pretty good skin.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like I'm over here getting like skin biopsies and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Cancer. Wear your sunscreen, kids.
Yeah,
wear that sunscreen.
Straight up, like especially on the beach, like I straight up like have to sneak attack on people to get them to put on sunscreen. Because like in the end, when you burn, like and you actually like burn and it hurts, like it's not fun. Like it is not fun. And yeah, it's to the point where like you can't even go outside anymore. So it's like kind of a ruin. It ruins your whole entire like vacation, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I used to get burnt on the first day of every vacation. Like burnt to the point where it was like I had to wear a shirt the rest of the trip, and it was miserable every time. And I like, you would think you would learn your lesson at some point, but no. Took me 30 years to figure it out. Now I wear sunscreen. Honestly, I came out, and now I care about my skin because it's a feminine thing to do. And now I always wear sunscreen everywhere I go. It's like a thing. It's really funny how a lot of those things like were part of the box that I created for myself.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, dudes don't take care of their skin. Yeah, burn. Skin cancer.
No, it is really true. Like I gotta admit, like even like like I used to like have no kind of like like I would say like self-care. And like now like I'm fucking obsessed with like self-care products. That's all I do at work. Yeah.
I do like 100-fold more. Like it's still really small at this point because like we're just getting started.
Yeah.
But like it's already like 100-fold more than what I used to do.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah! I remember like in the shower, you just get like the cheapest stuff ever, like the dollar shampoo, dollar conditioner, like ouch.
Yeah.
Like it's cringe to me now. Like straight up now, I'm like ordering off Sephora like $30. Like
$30 for like this big of a bottle of shampoo. And you're like, oof.
Hey yo, it's worth it. It's worth it. How do you guys think I get these locks, bro? Like,
how how do you think I get my hair to just look this good?
Yo, straight up, Charlie's hair is perfect no matter what. Like, it's like you could wear a hat all day and then you take it off and it's like perfect somehow.
Yeah, and it does this because it's cut like this.
Yeah, it's a good cut. Honestly, you got a good cut. Like, that is a good.
Yeah, I honestly, so that was a fun experience.
Oh, yeah.
Like so I reached out to like my closest cisgendered female friend in the area, and I'm like, hey, I need to go get a haircut finally. And she's like, cool, you can go see my stylist. He's awesome. And I was like, bet. So I scheduled the appointment and I show up and he's like, oh, what are we doing for your hair? Kind of giving me this like funky look, like, and I was like, oh, here. And I showed him a picture, at which point he's like, yeah, so like, I don't really do short haircuts. But you should go see this person. And I was like, do you not do short haircuts? Or do you, like, in my head, right? Like, obviously everybody goes, do you not do short haircuts, or do you not cut trans women's hair? Right? So like they sent me to a place, which turned out killed it. Ashley's amazing. But this guy, I was like, cool. My friend got her haircut instead, and I went and hung out outside. Well, come to find out, as soon as I walked out, he was like, oh, her pronouns, like she, her, like, did I just fuck that all up? And like my friend was like, yeah. And so I came back in and he was like super apologetic and was like, look, has nothing to do with anything. Like, I just didn't want to screw your hair up. And I was like, oh, no worries. Like, we were all good, you know? So it was like an awesome experience in the end, but like, it was just a wild ride to get a good haircut.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing too, is I feel like some people, like, they just like it is not intentional. They're just like,
no,
oh,
it's
yeah,
just like,
fuck.
Yeah, they were like, oh, did I just totally screw that all up?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah.
Because in the end, like, there was it's nothing to like hair or anything, but like my one coworker, she's like very like, you know, forward thinking, like, you know, really always tries to stay on the pronouns, that kind of stuff. And she messed up one time, and like she didn't like make it a big deal or anything around me. Like, she's like, oh, sorry, you know, they, that kind of thing. But like, I could just like tell in her eyes all day. She's literally like, wow, I just fucked this up.
Right,
like,
she's
literally,
just,
like, my life is over. Yeah.
Like, I totally ruined it.
Like, it just goes to show that there are people that like really care, and it's almost like it upsets them if they mess up. Like, it's not even like, oh, I feel bad that I messed up and they might be upset. It's like, they're like, fuck. Like, it's like,
and you're like, no, it's really not that.
Yeah.
It's cool. Please don't beat yourself up about this.
Okay. But yeah, what's everyone up to? Like, we got 14 people here. Yo, that's pretty good, I gotta admit. As you guys always, you get to see what the sneak peek on the next videos that are coming out. So let's go into my pre-uploaded videos and see what's going on here, because you guys get to see, well, you get to hear about, oh, next one's actually pretty fun, and I think that's tomorrow. Did an outfits video for you guys, and then I got where are my fans from. Oh, and then I got the facial hair video too. I grew my facial hair for about 2 weeks, which was fucking hard. Holy shit. Straight up. Like, I don't know, like, you guys know me, right? Like, I kind of like to joke around with, oh, you got a little beard going. Oh yeah, I got, like, it's just kind of like a joke or whatever, right? Not gonna lie though, I do have dysphoria about my facial hair. Like, and it was one of those things that I kind of had to learn. Like, when I did that like experiment, I learned. I was like, whoa,
I don't like this.
Yeah. Even just like the feeling on my face, it was like, whoa. I'd like touch my face and I'd be like, whoa, this is fucking kind of a little weird. Cause like, I don't, like, obviously I don't mind a little bit. Like, I'm not gonna shave fully every day or whatever, but like, yeah, it was a moment, I gotta admit. And I don't know, like, I've always just been kind of like jokey about that, thinking like, oh, it's not a huge dysphoria for me. Honestly, it really is. Like, it's damn. But I guess it's one of those things that just like everybody's transition is different. You learn things over time in your transition as well. Like, and yeah, it goes for everyone. You know, if your gender identity changes, that's totally valid. Yeah. Damn right. Damn right. If you're a trans woman one day, then you're non-binary the next. Yo.
So be it. So be it.
Mm.
Never know.
Yeah.
You just never know.
No, and that's like the kind of like the thing is like I think a lot of people think that like, oh, if you change your pronouns a lot, you change your identity a lot. It's like almost like people aren't going to take it seriously. But like in the end, I kind of look at that more as like you actually are finding out more about yourself, and you're doing a lot more like, I don't know what the word is, like self-help or
So like
guidance.
if your preferred pronouns to me personally, if they changed every 4 weeks for 12 years, okay, let's have a discussion. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, if it's like the first like 5, 6 years at like a 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 times in 5 years, you're like wiggling into yourself. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But like, if you're just being extra for attention, it's really obvious.
Yeah.
Right? So like, just don't do that, and people will be chill. Like everyone that I've talked to, like even my Navy buddies, like I thought we're not gonna be okay with any of this. We're probably the most supportive people that I came out to. So like, yeah, don't be afraid to just be like, this is me. You know what I mean? Do you? It's awesome.
Oh yeah, like I feel like there's a lot of people out there that, you know, even though they don't really understand the whole gender ideology, transgenderism, that kind of stuff, like they still want to be supportive and they want to learn to, like, you know, because I've met a lot of people that like, you know, they're like, hey, like honestly, I've never talked to a trans person before. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, Z. What's up? That's my actual like in life friend.
Am I not an in life friend? I see
Yeah.
how this. Word. This isn't real life, guys.
Yeah, no, it's a hologram.
Just like stick my hand through your head or something.
Oh shit! What do we? You are more and more beautiful. What's your secret? Oh my god! What that reminds me of. So at work, people will call, like, I work at Victoria's Secret, like, for example, like, just so anyone that doesn't know. But yeah, so I work at Victoria's Secret. People will call and be like, yo, what's the secret? It's gotten to the point where, like, now I'm like, yo, the secret's me. Like, I run this place. I know everything. I design everything. Trust me. No, Sam. Just the Sam that works at Victoria's Secret. No, trust me. And they're like, okay.
Hi.
And it's to the point where, like, you can tell that they're kind of like, haha, nice. I'm like, what's so funny? I'm the secret. Like, it's like,
you asked, I gave you the answer.
It's like, yo,
don't be surprised.
It ain't a joke. I'm the secret.
Yeah, no one's joking here. I'm being dead serious.
Yo, we got 15 people here. Also, if you haven't given this stream thumbs up, you know, make sure to give it a thumbs up. You know, I got to do all that self promo and
like and subscribe.
Yeah. Oh, like and whoa, Charlie coming in with the real shit. Like and subscribe, and then I'm gonna come in with the awkward self promo of my Discord server because you got to join that. I think a lot of people in the chat right now would recommend that it's a good one. Oh, here's a good question. Do you feel any tension with parents and close family due to living close together? I feel like this one's probably more directed towards me because I live with my dad and my stepmom. Sorry, I had like a burp. Okay, now we're ready. So I wouldn't say that I've really felt any tension. I was pretty fortunate that you know, even though my parents at the start didn't really understand it, they never really met any trans people before, they wanted to educate themselves. Like, for example, we were even talking to my dad about this today. My dad, when I first came out to him, you know, he had some questions. I answered the basics and stuff. I could tell he still didn't really totally understand it, but he wanted to learn more. So he actually like bought himself an actual book that explained, you know, transgender ideology and just like the transgender community in general. And he actually learned a lot more from that. Obviously, like, you know, everybody's still learning and everything. You know, obviously sometimes like what I find with older generations, pronouns is a big thing. Like, you know, it's just hard for them to change and like that. But, you know, at the same time, I've been pretty fortunate that my family, especially with my dad and my stepmom who live with me, they've been pretty open-minded to learning just about like, you know, new identities, and not even just like my journey, but just like any like transgender journey in general, like the transgender kind of like community in general. Because my brother, for example, he has some trans friends as well. So, you know, and you know, it's kind of the same thing. So like it's pretty cool. But I've been pretty fortunate that like I have had like family that have been open-minded, I would say. On my mom's side, they took a little bit longer to come around, but at the same time, I think it was one of those things that some people, when you come out, they'll focus on the negatives. They'll focus on the negatives and not the positives. They won't focus on, oh wow, you look way more happy now. This is awesome. They'll focus on the, how are you gonna find a job though? Oh, but like, what if like someone's mean to you? Like, I just like don't want it to be hard for you. And it's like, okay, you gotta understand, like being trans, or non-binary, any kind of gender identity, or like being not cis, it's not a choice. You don't choose to live this way, because it's one of those things like, you know, in the end, like,
why would you sign up for this?
Like, why would you sign up for this?
Sign up for this.
Yeah.
Like, this is silly, but like, I'm very happy that I'm here. You know what I mean? Like,
and like when you say that too, it doesn't mean you're not proud to be trans. It's just like there are a lot of issues within the trans community in society and stuff. For example, bathrooms, you know, sports, yeah. Being like, I would say being around children, I've had issues with like, you know, some parents not wanting me around their kids. Not like no one that I like knew personally, but like yeah, like there has been a couple of times where, you know, I'll just be like, you know, kid will come up to me like joking around like, are you a boy or girl? And I'll just be like, oh yeah, I'm non-binary. And the parents are like, okay, let's get the fuck out of here. And it's like, okay, like not trying to like convince your kid to be trans, but you know, that's just, some people have that opinion, sadly. Yeah, literally. They think I'm just gonna go up to a 4-year-old kid like, these are hormones.
Right, here
these are surgeries. All right, let's see what we got here. Now we're getting oh, cute. So Ali, I feel like you've kind of heard, sadly, there's this crap in the media. There is this media thing where they like to say that there's a lot more people that regret it than there actually is. If you look at the only really study that's been done is, I think it was in Great Britain with the NHS, and under 1% of trans people ended up detransitioning. Now, the reason why that it looks like there's a lot of detransitioners is every single one of those detransitioners is going to want to share their story to say, no, trust me, like, oh no, like it was a mistake. Oh yeah. But it's like, in the end, you look at the facts and it's still under 1%.
What's crazy is like even a large portion of that 1% detransition due to societal pressures.
Yeah.
Not because they wanted to, but because they had to, for fear of insert whatever reason. But like, it's an even smaller percentage that's like, yo, I made a mistake. I actually am a dude, right? Or like whatever assigned gender at birth. And they're like, that is such a small percentage of that small percentage of this really small percentage of people that are trans, right? And like, but you're going to hear the most vocal. It's the same thing in like politics. Like the most upset are going to get the most attention, especially when it fits the narrative of whoever's in charge of the media, right? Like, it just is what it is. Oh
yeah, and like also like, I don't know, this is like obviously this is my opinion in general, but like there's also like, you know, people who are like, I identify as a man, and they start to medically transition, and then, you know, 3 months in, they're like, actually this is not me, like, you know, I'm non-binary or something, and they get off hormones. A lot of people like to fight that, oh, you're detransitioning, oh no, you're detransitioning, but it's like, in the end, like, it's not really a detransition, it's more you're transitioning to a different gender identity.
Yeah, you're so yourself.
But people like in the detransitioner is like, oh no, well, you're going off hormones, that means you're detransitioning. It's like, no, like people have different journeys and goals, right? And you know, some people might think that's the way they want to go, and then a couple months in, they're like, oh crap, because in the end, like most people, it's like a couple months in, you're gonna realize like, oh shit, this isn't for me, or it is for me. Oh, we got. Okay, what do we got here? I just came out to my parents on Thursday. They're not exactly fully supportive, but they're working to make me as comfortable as possible. It went better than I thought it would. That's good. Honestly, that's good that it went better than you thought it would.
That's
Yeah.
Really, all you can hope for is that it went better than you thought it was going to go.
Yeah.
Because the rest is hopefully up.
Yeah, literally.
Like just stay in that mindset. Like, oh, well, that went better than I thought it was going to, and like things should get better.
Oh yeah, and like that's the thing is like, you know, it does take time for some people to come around. Like for example, even my mom in general, it's not like I'm sitting there being like, you didn't fucking like come around right at the start. So like, yeah, like it's like no, in the end, like, you know, a month or two coming around after that, it's like in the end, like, you know, I can totally forgive that. Like I get like, you know, some people it takes a while to come around, like because like the issue is in the media, it's explained as this thing where like trans people turn into absolutely different people and you have like a different personality and you have different interests now. And it's like, that's not true.
Right.
Like I can tell you for a fact, like I have probably the same interest that I had before transitioning. Easy. Like, and like, yeah, literally like same hobbies, same interests really. Like,
yeah, I would say like 90% for me. Like,
yeah,
you know, like all the core things that people would have used to describe me are still the same things.
Yeah.
But like the fringe stuff kind of is like in flux that I'm like, oh, I kind of just picked that up because like everybody was doing it and I'm not really, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but like I love to be outdoors doing action sports. Nope, that's still me. Always will be me. Never gonna change. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like when I tell that to people, like it's awesome watching them be like, but you're a woman now. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I am. Like there are women in action sports. Like, are you silly?
Literally, like, and it's funny too, because like those same people will be like, oh yeah, like, oh, like to a cis woman, like, whoa, you love action sports? That's so sick. Like, and it's like, yo, like anybody could like that stuff. Like, you know,
yeah, they're like, but that's not feminine.
Yeah.
But like you signed up to be feminine. Like, and you're like, yeah, it is so feminine to be a bad bitch.
What do we got here? So we when it came about, parts of my family were real sad about me changing my name to a point where I felt guilty for that. Just existing as a trans person and not wanting to go by my birth name. Yeah, like this is like a hard discussion that like I have a hard time relating because like I was pretty fortunate that like, you know, my name's always been Sam, right? Like I don't really have a dead name. Like obviously I guess you could say Samuel, but like even in like senses, like I don't know, the name Samuel, it's one of those names that like someone calls you that one time and then like after, you know, knowing you for 5 hours, they're like, yo, Sam, get over here. Yo, Sam. Like it's a mouthful. It's a mouthful.
Samuel,
yeah, it's a mouthful.
They're like, no, I'm okay, actually. That's a lot. We don't live in Amish country.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, yeah, I kind of was also fortunate. Like I have a dead name, but like I go by the feminine version of my first name now. True. And it's because it was kind of like a family name. Like I am the something generation of Charles something Bush. Like we all have our own first and like the same first and last name, but we all have our own middle name, which is what I went by. So that's now my dead name. But like the family kind of took it a lot better because it was like, yeah, like I didn't really want to lose the whole family thing. And so I went with Charlie and like it worked out well because that's what I actually wanted. But like, I totally understand how families could be really toxic about that. And like, yeah, you just got to stand your ground. It's your name.
Yeah, like that's the main thing too, is like, you know, I think a lot of people think like there's this thing that's like, oh, well, you know, it's your parents pick your name. All your parents like, no, you pick your own name. Like, let's be real. Like, you know, you're your own person. Like, it doesn't like, you know, everybody's their own life, you know, has their own journey, has their own life to live. Like, there's nobody can tell you what to do or what you can't do.
I mean, and if you're really that concerned or like, if that's something that matters to you, you can always be like, okay, cool. If my name matters to you so much and you choosing it matters to you so much and you're comfortable with it, you can always offer them to like give you some ideas. You know
Oh, yeah,
what I mean? Like
suggestions or
include them in your process of picking your name. Obviously, it sounds like you've already picked out your name, but just like for future folks, like it's an idea. Like I'm not saying it's right, wrong, or indifferent, but like if that's something you're comfortable with, it might be something that helps them get on board.
Yeah, like it's a good point. Like even so there's this rock star, her name is Laura Jane Gray. She's like a trans woman. And she actually picked her name based on her mom. I think one time told her one day, like, oh, if you were born a girl, your name would be Laura. So she like, yeah. So it's like, you know, one of those like, yeah, like, so obviously like there is like, I guess some people do that, but obviously in the end, it really comes down to what you.
Yeah, it's whatever you feel comfortable with, but like, yeah, if you, including your parents or like your parents' opinion is that important to you, then that's an option.
Ah. Oh, most trustworthy person ever. Aw, you're so cute. Oh, here's a funny one. Who's your crush in Hollywood stars? Nice. Well, for me, we actually watched a movie with him a couple of days ago. Zac Efron. Zac Efron is my main. I would say, yeah, male crush. Zac Efron. If I had to pick like honestly non-binary. Like I know there's not a lot of non-binary celebrities, but Asia Kate Dillon, is that her name or their name? Ooh, awkward. Kate. Oopsies. Is that their name? Oh yeah. I love this homie.
Oh
yeah.
Yo,
Asia Kate Dillon.
Yeah. I didn't know they were. That's so cool.
Yeah, they're non-binary, and they've played a lot of non-binary characters in shows too.
So like in Billions,
yeah,
I always wondered.
Yeah,
I was like, but like it was. When I watched that, I was so cishet white dude. Yeah. So like I was just like, what is going on here? Like the whole time, like the typical like, But like now that that's hot. Yeah, for sure. Yep, non-binary crush.
Non-binary crush. And girl, I would say,
Ooh. What's her name? What is her name? The redhead.
The redhead
from Superbad. You know who I'm talking about.
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look it up. Emma Stone?
Yeah.
Yes.
My dude crush is probably Idris Elba.
Oh,
Hands down. Like, yes.
Yo, honorable
I'm not even ashamed that this is about to be on the internet for the rest of eternity, but that man, whew, Lord. Anyways.
Yo, honestly though, honorable mention, because I just saw it from Superbad, Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen. Yo, honestly, I kind of like a dad bod, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, fair. Yeah.
All right, let's see what else we got here. Thanks for stopping by, Jimmy Lee. Always love when you're here. You're at work right now. Oh, you making it bearable? Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, that's what I do. I make work bearable for people.
Hey, yeah, biofam's rough, but like, remember your chosen family is your real family, and like your bio family can be your chosen family, if that makes sense. Yeah. Just because you have a blood connection doesn't mean, you're biologically related. But like family is like who you choose.
Oh,
the Rogan laugh.
Yes. Yo, trust me. Yo, we got 30 people here. Wow, it's lit. It's lit.
We popping up in here.
Okay. Good question there for the cornucopia system. That's pretty cool. Mind me asking, how does it? Yeah. Okay. What else we got here? But yeah, I know you guys were. Yeah, we were going big into names though. I don't know. I just feel like I wish I could relate more. It's one of those like, damn it, like.
How does gender identity work in a system? Oh, ooh, interesting.
Yeah, like that would be interesting because like every single like person in the body would obviously like have a different identity and everything like that. So like how would it work like on the day-to-day basis, I guess.
I mean,
Interesting.
it's different for each person.
Yeah, that is
that
true.
I do know. Like, and like one of my close friends has DID, and they,
Oh yeah,
right,
yeah.
and like I'm pretty sure, like, obviously I will be slapped in the face if I'm wrong, but like I'm like almost positive they're all feminine. But like I'm not saying that is how it is for everyone, but like
Yeah.
for them it is. And like, but it is crazy. What I will say is that if an alter comes out, you can have like your body can change so much, like such that like a glove you have might not fit with this alter out, but the other one it does fit, kind of thing. Like your hand shrinks, like it's a thing.
Yeah. Holy crap.
So there's a lot of, I want to say neat because it's fascinating, right? But like neat's probably not the right word because it's like, oh, that's cool. Like it's just a lot of really fascinating stuff out there that people have no idea about because it's been so taboo to talk about all of this stuff. So yeah, that is really interesting.
Yeah, I got a DID, right? That's
Yeah.
the short form. Yeah, like I find it really interesting. I really do. Like, and I like, I'm gonna be honest, like before I started this channel, I didn't really know much about DID. Like I really didn't. I had never met anyone with DID. I never really talked to anyone with DID, but then like, we have people, we have like, like groups and stuff like that have DID and stuff that are in the Discord server, subscribers here, and like I've learned a lot. So
yeah, it's been an awesome journey.
Gotta admit, there's been a couple of stone nights just like watching YouTube videos for like hours, just like falling down that Wikipedia kind of
down the YouTube rabbit hole.
Yo, literally. I think we had a question here. Let's see. Here it is. It's coming here about different experiences. There's debate in the world with trans children. Do you think a child can make a choice, or he should wait until he is 18 years old to make that choice? Oh, okay.
This is a juicy one.
It's
fun. It is fun.
First of all, yeah, I'll post the Discord server again because we do have a lot of people in here. So if you haven't joined, make sure to join that.
Yeah, for sure. The Discord server is lit. Like it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. You heard it from someone else.
Been there since day one.
Let's get back to this debate. So this is a good discussion. Okay, so I'm gonna bring up my point about the whole entire like basically how I like to explain it, So a lot of the places around the world, they've been putting out these laws that are basically like, banning children from transitioning and even labeling even like labeling oh, you have to just like pull it on the thing. Yeah. So the other side. Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, basically like oh yeah, no worries. So basically there's a lot of laws that are basically making parents of trans kids, they're considered almost like child abusers. Like it's really like, there's laws coming like that. The way that I kind of look at it as is I believe these laws are basically, I don't know, like I just don't understand why we need laws and political like stuff going into this when it's really under 1% of the population. Like I'm not sitting here saying, a kid should just be able to transition, day one, like literally comes out as trans and then the next day goes in, gets puberty blockers. Like I don't think that's the right way of doing it. Obviously, therapy, going through stuff, socially transitioning, that kind of stuff as well. But I don't think we need laws banning kids from doing this stuff. Like that's just like, it almost just seems like a decoy that like politicians are using to get people not to care about laws that we need, or like, to kind of almost like distract away from things. Like, I don't know. What do you think? Like,
no, it's kind of like preventing people's existence in general. Like, it's kind of like they're like, oh, there's already all these trans folks out here.
Yeah.
But like, if we can't make any more of them, maybe one day they'll not exist.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like, that's how ignorant I think a lot of politicians or people who have these kinds of ideologies are about this stuff. But as far as like kids on hormones or puberty blockers, like, yeah, trust the doctors, but like, you shouldn't be giving them hormones, at most like a puberty blocker, till they're 18 and can make their own decisions. But like, honestly, anyone that says that that's not okay, in the sense of like, you're not giving them enough care, that doesn't give weight to the fact that you're still developing your mental faculties until the age of 25. Like, that is a proven fact, and I'm a firm believer of like protecting the kids from themselves to some degree. But like, all you're doing is delaying something. You're not changing anything, you're just delaying it. So like, you get to let them make their own choice without guaranteeing that they made a potential wrong choice. You see what I mean? Like, the parents and society are no longer responsible. You have just delayed it till the child can be an adult and responsible for their own life and make that choice.
Yeah. The one thing that I find like utterly ridiculous is when, like, you know, you'll hear these like just like people in general, like with that kind of view, saying like, you know, oh, like, you know, a young boy wearing a dress is like bad or something. Like, I don't understand like the danger of social transition.
So like,
yeah.
So this is another point. Like, what? That's not even a social transition. Like, dudes can wear dresses.
Yeah.
If you're a dude and you want to wear a dress, wear a dress. Brad Pitt wore a dress the
Yeah.
other day, or a skirt or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's a piece of fabric. Like, I have a piece of fabric on my body.
Yeah.
And like, to say it's feminine is honestly part of the problem, in my opinion. Like, it's just a fucking piece of clothing. That is a dress, and I like wearing dresses. So like, this is what it is.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I've seen videos where it's like straight up people are like, oh yeah, like if a parent's like allowing their kid to do that, you're like confusing the child. I'm like, what is this?
No,
like,
what they're concerned about is that you're confusing their children.
Yeah.
So like, you just have to call them out on their own.
Good.
Like, are
Good
you
way
not
of doing it.
secure enough in your own parenting that you can raise your children how you believe fit? That some other child wearing a piece of cloth is going to cause them to think that they're the wrong gender? Like, it's awesome. Like, honestly, personally, like, I have people in my life saying that I've been politically brainwashed into being trans. So like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just silliness. And so you just kind of have to ask them, like, are you scared that you're going to be politically brainwashed into being trans? Right? And then they're like, wait, no, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. And it's literally like, yo, like, honestly, the topic of trans people shouldn't even be a political thing. Like, it's literally like, I don't understand why it's in politics right now. Like, but hey, it's the big talk.
So I will say, in the very binary world of sports,
yeah,
it needs to be talked about respectfully and tastefully, right? Because it is what it is. Like, that is them and bathrooms, for some stupid reason, are like the only bastions of like this super binary system, right? Like, men's and women's rooms, like binary as it gets. And then men's sports and women's sports as binary as it gets. But like, the rest of society has kind of like done this thing where you can exist without any real hubbub to the rest of society. So no one really cares. But like, in these binary spaces, we have to have these conversations. Which the bathroom's simple, individual stalls for everybody. Yay.
Literally, it's a win for everyone. Whoop. It's a win for everyone.
Sports is the last one that anybody needs to have a discussion about. And as long as we're being chill and respectful, like respecting people's gender identities, like, it's understandable to be like, cool, so like, you've had really high testosterone levels for 30 years of your life. How did that affect your growth? Like, those are like valid questions to be asking in the arena of physical sports. but like they don't have to be like, so sir. No, it's like, okay, she had, ma'am, like, you know what I mean? You can have those same questions, but be respectful about it. And I think this conversation would go a lot smoother for everybody.
Yeah, no, that's actually a good point. Like, I've seen so many posts, especially like when the Leah Thomas thing was big. But I saw so many posts that were like, "I have nothing against trans people, but men shouldn't be competing with women." And it's like, yo, you could have at least been like, trans women shouldn't be competing with women. Like, it's just like,
that's a valid
like,
opinion.
yeah,
that is
like,
a valid opinion to have because the silence hasn't been flushed out. You know what I mean? Like, yes, do trans women lose strength when starting HRT? Yes. How long should I need to be on HRT before I'm considered the same as a cis woman? Because some cis women have really high testosterone levels.
yeah.
So, like, you know what I mean? It's like, cool, let's have this debate, but like, let's just be respectful about it, because I think sports isn't going to go anywhere. Like, I like competing. I don't necessarily like competing in binary sports, but like, just like being competitive is fun. Like
No,
team
no,
sports,
I agree.
you know, like intramural sports, fun. But like, those are always co-ed.
Yeah.
So like, maybe we should just play co-ed sports for everything.
What I want to try is mixed doubles and like tennis. Mixed doubles.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
that's what I want to try.
Yeah, mixed doubles and tennis, or like some mixed beach volleyball.
True. Yo.
What? Oh yeah, we just.
This isn't. Yeah. Oh yeah, it happens. This is a good point though. My solution is that like organized competitions by weight class. That's honestly a good point.
In a lot of things, yes. I think one solution fixes every sport is naive, and like, but like in physical contact sports. Yeah, right. That's how we've done it in boxing, in like whatever, insert physical sport, wrestling, UFC, all have weight classes. We can just get rid of the gender part of it, because like, let's be honest, if a cis woman hits me, I'm going to hit her back with equal force. Like, that's how it's always been my whole life. Like, everyone is a person, and you just, so like, if you're in a combat sport, you're in a combat sport. You signed up for it.
Yeah.
It's not like you're not going out there just beating someone up that's smaller than you. Like,
yeah.
And if you're going by weight class, everybody's the same.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was a big thing when I played hockey as a kid, and it was based around age. And, you know, I was always like pretty small, like on the shorter side. And, you know, when the puberty stage started happening, you get these guys that are like 6 foot tall, if not taller, you know, 6'2", 6'3", like almost like 200 pounds. And then I'm sitting here like, you know, 130 at like 5'5", and somehow I'm supposed to play with these guys, and like I would get like wrecked in the boards and stuff. So I always thought that like a weight class thing in that kind of sense would work too. But obviously it's not the full solution. But yeah, I remember that, playing with giant kids who hit puberty at 10 years old. Oh, we got a bunch here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you have any like social media or anything you wanted to. No. Okay.
Not yet.
But, yeah.
Not yet. Subscribe to my OnlyFans in the future. Surprise. This is what it is.
Yeah.
The only plug you're gonna get.
Now everybody in the Discord like, yo, what, can I get that link? Can I get that link yet? Is it up yet?
The Discord's about to be popping.
What else we got here? So, we got a bunch. Oh, you guys were talking about like systems and stuff. Cool. I love when you guys are having conversations in here as well. What's this? It's gone.
Yeah, I see I think I know what they're getting at, but like, not positive.
Which one?
The last comment.
What combo transfer?
Like how it's been used to exclude even cis people based on their like hormone results and stuff.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Like,
so what was Michael Phelps? He had like a reach advantage or something. That was the big thing with him.
No, it's his blood can oxygenate or
Oh,
something like that.
Okay.
It's like he naturally can blood dope is essentially what's
Shit.
going on. It's like his body naturally blood dopes. So like he has
Damn.
this ridiculous advantage.
Yeah.
And like it is what it is. Like that's how his body is.
Oh yeah.
So like but like I get your point. Some people have been excluded where others haven't. And I'm just gonna say follow the money.
The money.
If you have any further questions about those moments when it's like, but they had, just follow the money. Like, think about how many golds Michael Phelps has won for the United States of America. How many sponsorship deals he's got.
Yeah, literally.
I wish I could tell you that I've heard of this other person. And that, like, sadly is kind of the point.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it's always about
You know what I mean? Like, I would love to be like, yes, I know exactly who you're talking about and what they did to them. Not cool, but here we are.
See you later. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye.
Oh yeah, you're so right with the money stuff. It makes sense.
That's anything
honestly,
in life, though.
Now.
That's anything in life, guy. You know what I mean? Just like when you're like, why is this the way it is? Follow the money, and you've got the answers.
Yeah, no, that's so true. Oh my god. Yeah.
Rip.
Awkward. Charlie just called out the world.
Sorry. No filter. I just spit it like it is.
Oh yeah, I just remembered I can watch and play.
Oops.
Well, that's awkward. Well, welcome back. We missed you for that good 30 seconds.
Yeah, what was I going to do?
Wow, we got a lot of people here, honestly. 28.
Yeah, for like this whole time, too. At one point, it was like 35.
Yo, so you guys are obviously interested, you know what I'm saying?
I guess.
I haven't done a live stream in a bit. Yeah, I think it's been about 12 days now since I've been online.
I mean, I've been here a while.
Yeah. We've been vibing. We've been chilling.
Yeah, chilling at the cottage. Hanging out. Doing the thing.
Yeah, the car broke down, but you know. Yeah,
that was epic.
Yeah,
what a day! What a day!
Yeah, guys, my car decided to poop the bed. So, you know, it's in the shop, you know, getting some tender love and care.
Yeah, on its way to the graveyard.
Yeah, well, hey.
I mean, hopefully not.
Car mortician, like.
Right? It's gotta get beautified before it gets crushed.
That's okay. Hey, you just gotta look at the positives.
Yeah, water's life. Drink water.
Literally, I got a sparkling water right now, so I'm kind of cheating, but you know.
I mean, like, delicious. I mean, this one, not so much, but the rehabs, turns out, ridiculously hard to find in Canada. Who would have thought?
Yeah, who's a fan of the monster rehabs? If you know what it is, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's a fan of those? Oh, sorry to hear hanging their car. I'm great, thanks.
Nobody cares about you, that poor car.
Yeah, that Jeep Liberty. She was crying.
She was. You abused her.
Yeah.
You abused the mess out of that poor car. Oh, my.
Hey man, that tow truck guy, he made my day though. Yeah. Yes. Oh, it's the Monster Tea. Yep.
Yes, it is, and it is fire.
Wait, Z, have you found it in Canada? Like the Monster Lemonade, the yellow one?
Like I found the peach ones.
Yeah.
But like I had to be like out of the city to find them, and I literally cleared out the entire store. Like the grocery store had no more rehabs. The lady at the counter was like, "What?" And I was like, "Don't ask questions."
Yeah, it was one of those like she's like scanning them all. Like, there's a lot here.
I was like, "Yeah, there's no more back there. I got them all, lady." Oh goodness, that was phenomenal.
Oh man, that's. No, I have not. But they had it in England. Oh, funny enough. Okay. Oh, because they're into tea. Yeah, that's a good point. I feel like that might be the main thing is in Canada. So we don't have iced tea like you guys have in the States, right? So you can go to like, like a fast food restaurant. You guys have the machines
Oh.
where you like get the iced tea.
Yeah,
out
don't
of
get
it.
me wrong. Like every time we've gone somewhere, I've been like, oh yeah, it would be really good to get a sweet tea right now. And then I'm like,
that's what it is.
wait, we don't even have sweet tea in the northern states of the United States. Like there is no way on planet Earth that it exists in Canada. And turns out I'm not wrong. It does not exist here.
We have Nestea, which is like almost like a soda though. It's not like, it's not what you guys have where it's like you guys actually have like it's like brewed tea and then you put like sugar in it and stuff. Like don't get me wrong, it's bomb.
Syrup.
Yeah, it's bomb.
It's syrup. It's not sugar.
Oh, syrup. Okay.
It matters. Not like maple syrup,
yeah,
but like sugar that's been turned into a syrup.
Oh, okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah,
like heated and like melted into like this syrupy goodness. And honestly, like I prefer a little tea with my syrup.
Yeah, okay.
Like as any good Southerner should. Like you stand a spoon up in your tea. It's so thick.
Oh, so oh my god, you just like it's the syrup and then you put a little tea on top.
Yeah, more or less. Like, yeah. That's why when you're in the north and it's really fun because you'd be like, can I get a sweet tea? Because when you're on them border states, you never know. And they're like, no, we don't offer that here.
Yeah.
But we have unsweet tea and we can bring you some sugar packs. And I'm just like, no. Because then you just end up with a pile of sugar at the bottom of your cold sweet tea. It's got to be done hot. And then, it's a whole process.
Interesting. Like straight up, that's not a thing. Like you would not see sweet tea or anything like that in Canada. Like
for shame.
Yeah. Like
for shame.
And the only thing is Nestea, which comes in like a can, right? It's like
this, and it's like sweetened. But it's like
it's honestly not that good. Yeah, it's not that good. It's kind of shit. I gotta admit. Like honestly, just watch like one person being here like, "Fuck you, Nestea's the shit."
Nestea's my favorite drink. Unsubscribe.
Like wow, Sam. Oh yeah, Southern sweet tea better than Northern sweet tea.
Yes,
tea is okay. Oh yeah, sweet tea pictures in the sun. I've seen my grandma do that one time. Yeah. Oh, you'll find sweet tea at a bubble tea place. Yeah, I don't think that would be the same thing though. I feel like that would be more of like, it wouldn't be like a US sweet tea thing. It'd be more like I don't know, like because bubble tea is more of like an Oriental thing, isn't it? Like
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've only had it a couple of times.
States, they have it and it's good, but like it's not. It is not the same.
Yeah.
Different. Good, different.
Good, different. Yeah.
It's just different. You know what I mean? Like there's something about like I don't know. Even the fast food sweet teas are like good in the South.
Yeah.
Because it's just syrup. Like, oh, you would like a flavoring of tea with your syrup? Cool. Like, you just walk into any of them and you're like, I'm on a sugar high for the rest of the day.
I just can't get over that. It's like so thick. It's like
basically, it's not really that thick. Like, that's obviously a slight exaggeration, but like, you can, like yes, like it, you can see the syrup in the glass if you're like really looking for it. And like, if you leave it and like you just leave a little bit at the end of like, in the bottom of a plastic cup, the tea and liquid like all evaporate. Yeah. But that thick layer of syrup will be at the bottom of the cup. It's so funny. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah. Go for it. I think I missed one question up here. Oof. Oh yeah, okay. Someone just asked like, are hormones enough to feminize the face, or is surgery mandatory for that? I think we talked about it a little bit. I just want to. I remembered we missed a question. Really depends on the person. I got pretty fortunate. I had a very femme face. Like I honestly, I had a baby face. I guess a baby face before I transitioned. So I got pretty lucky and got a lot of feminizing features in my face, and like to the point where I don't believe I don't need facial feminization surgery anymore. Like I've kind of just like swayed against it now, but it really depends on the person. Like, if you had a more chiseled masculine face, you might look into that as well, but it really just depends on the person. But, I would say there are a lot of people that do go with FFS though. Like, it is probably the most popular surgery, I would say, out of all of them. I would say, yeah, that's probably the most popular, but really depends on Like, yeah, the person really, if you have a baby face, you might get lucky. If you have a pretty chiseled face, then that's probably something you'll look into. Also, like hairline stuff too, I guess. Like, yeah, really depends on the person. Okay. Oh, congrats! Making an appointment and talk about HRT. Nice. That's exciting. Yeah, no, it's exciting. Yeah, and always go through a health professional for sure. Just letting everyone know that I am not a condoner of self-dosing or anything like that. Like, as you guys know, I'm also very strict about talking about doses and stuff. Like, even in the Discord, like other people talking about it and stuff. Like, you know, because everybody's got different weights, everybody has a different height, everybody has different hormone levels starting out. You know, being like, oh, this is my dose and it worked for me, you should try it out. Like, that's not the case. Like, that is not how it works. And so that's why I always go to a professional. And, you know, everybody's dose is different. Don't think that, oh, maybe because my dose is different than someone else's, it's not as good. It's like, no, like everybody has a different dose. And then I know some people might be on even like a different medication. Like, so obviously really just how your body reacts. That's why, yeah, going through a professional is the way to do it. Yeah, exactly. And there's different levels of absorption as well. Oh, Adam's apple a little more prominent lately. Adam's apple is something that I've actually never really had an issue with. Obviously, I've kind of swayed away from doing any kind of like vocal surgeries just because I do like singing and stuff, and I don't want to like risk anything when it comes to my voice or singing or anything like that. But I know Charlie has talked to me about like thinking about maybe going down that like shaving the what's it called, like something shave. I don't know. Adam's apple shave. That's what we're gonna call it. But yeah. So it really depends on the person. But that's cool that like, yeah, you're the other way and you're actually growing an Adam's apple. That's really cool. I just remember those days, you know, the voice cracks. Oh, I gotta admit, I still voice crack sometimes. And like, yeah, I'm mid-20s now. But like, I used to be voice crack central straight up. Oh my God. Like, that's what people would get me with. Okay. But pretty dope. Yeah, we got 25 people here though. Yeah, if you haven't given this stream a thumbs up, just make sure you give it a thumbs up for sure, because you know gotta do that. I'd appreciate it. And subscribe if you haven't already. I got some new videos coming out soon. And yeah, I gotta film a couple more. I got a couple ideas that are coming out soon. I just gotta film. Just obviously been on vacation because Charlie's here and stuff, so I haven't done any videos in the last week. But want to film some more for you guys soon for sure. Yeah, we're coming up to almost 3,000 subscribers, which is pretty awesome. Let's be real. Like I hit 1,000 this year, I think, like early this year. So still pretty cool. Yeah. Great stream hangout vibes. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's the Sam Downey clan hangouts. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we're all chill here. We're all super open-minded as always. Yeah, no. It's kind of, I don't know. I just like talking to you guys, and everybody's kind of got a good opinion and open-minded opinion, wants to hear different sides of everything. And also, you know, I always say in most of my videos and everything, every transition is different. And I show actual interest in like other people's transitions as well, because they're all different. And, you know, it's like, whoa, wow, like that's pretty cool. Like, because some people obviously social transition is their, you know, their goal, just social. Some people it's medical. Some people it's a mix of like, yeah, social and medical, you know. So I guess it would medical. You'd be a mix of both. Yeah. You know what I was talking about. We can only like the videos so much. Petition to replace the now useless dislike button with the love button. Literally. I like talking to people without talking to people. So good. So good. So, I don't know. It's we got a bunch of people here, a bunch of new faces as well. So why don't we go over if anyone wants to, say what their identity is, or say what their sexuality is, or even both. If you want to leave that down, we can talk about that kind of stuff as well. Because there is a lot of new people here. Yeah, 25. It's pretty high pretty high up. You know what I'm saying? It's usually I have up to 15 to 20. But I got 25. We've had 25 to like 30 really, which is pretty cool. I think it's kind of funny. I noticed with my friends how first one came out as trans. Now we're all trans. Yeah, in the end, it's sad to say, but there is this argument you probably have heard before. It's called rapid onset gender dysphoria, which is not a true thing at all. I feel like it's more like, like minds connect, and like minds kind of like, they're gonna connect with each other. They're gonna find each other basically. And I feel like that's kind of, I feel like that's kind of what, because like basically, Jay was here. It was like, I think it's kind of funny that I noticed with my friends how first one came out as trans and now we're all trans, right?
So, yeah, I don't know. I haven't read the paper, so like I'm not gonna comment on the specifics. But like, yeah, I agree. I think it's really funny because I too came out and someone came out to me, but like they didn't like come out, but they came out to me and they were like,
Yep.
Hey, like it's so funny. And then like yet again another friend came out to me, not that they were necessarily trans, but they were like somewhere in the spectrum, right? But just like it's just interesting how people like, and a few of them were like people that I was like, wait, what? But like everyone said that about me. So like it is kind of what it is. Like-minded people kind of just like eventually congregate together. And like, especially if you're being true to yourself as much as you can be without regards to gender, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Oh, you're on. That was a big topic. I remember back, like I've never really read the book, but I have like seen a lot of interviews with, what was her name, Abigail something, something, I don't know, it's the last name, something.
Yeah,
like
whatever it was.
Yeah, yeah, that helped me. But yeah, like I feel like a lot of her points, all she did was like really target like the very like easy examples, and like wouldn't actually like look into like, well, maybe just like like-minded people. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like obviously I can go prove anything, right?
Yeah.
If I only look for certain facts. Like it's pretty easy.
And also I feel like she kind of like explained it as like a group of it was honestly, sadly, it was mostly about female to male, but like a group of girls would like conjugate together and then all agree on transitioning, and it's like that does not happen. It's basically it's usually someone will come out as trans, and then they might connect with you, and then you'll say like, oh, I'm trans, and it's like, oh my god, like holy crap, like I found someone that's like me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a, oh yeah, we all just like thought about this and yo guys, what do you think? What do you think, guys? Let's do a vote. Like,
well, I mean, you say that and you laugh, but like there were actual pregnancy pacts.
Yeah.
Like in my childhood years, there was a problem with girls getting in groups and all agreeing that they were all going to get pregnant together. Like that was when like 16andMe was like fucking popular on MTV, and like My Teenage Pregnancy and whatever all them shows were called was going around. Like it was a real problem.
Yeah.
Like I knew a group of girls that were actively trying to do this, and like it was talked about amongst the guys at the school. Like, do not interact with them because they're trying to get pregnant. Like it's a thing. Like so. Like where does the actual line? Like it's. I understand how some people could make that jump.
Yeah.
But like, like you just kind of have to be reasonable with each individual person you're talking about it, because they're all going to have their own fears about it. And you just have to figure out where their fears are and how to address those.
Yeah.
And the conversation can move forward. But like to just be like, no, that's not a thing is silly, because like in society things like that do happen, but to what percentage or whatever, that's another discussion. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's this here? ROGD has the same energy as, what do you mean you suddenly don't like pickles? You've always liked pickles. I bet your pickle hater friend told you not to like them anymore. Yeah, honestly, yeah. What is ROGD? Oh, yeah, okay. Rapid enzyme. There's for you.
Oh, what do you mean you don't like pickles? You always like pickles.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let me read that. Yeah, okay, for sure. For sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's...
But, like, still, grain of salt. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I will always play the devil's advocate because the truth is somewhere in the middle.
Oh, yeah, that's how it goes.
It's how it goes. It is what it is. Let's be honest. Like, the victor
Yeah.
always tells history.
Yeah.
So, like, but, like, that's not the actual truth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I feel like the like rapid onset gender dysphoria, it's kind of like died down a bit now,
Yes,
but it was the topic for a while.
Yeah, for sure. But, like,
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about
Yeah, I
it
haven't
for a
heard
long
much,
time.
yeah.
And nobody's really come up to me and been like, oh, yeah, are you sure you didn't just get rapid under? Like, honestly, like, real talk, when I was coming out, because it was such a big issue in my lifetime,
Yeah.
I asked my therapist, I was like, yo, are you sure, like, some of these trans people that were, like, transitioning out of the Navy, that I helped process out of the Navy during my medical retirement from the Navy, like, I didn't get, like, rapid onset gender dysphoria from them? And she laughed at me. Like, my therapist laughed in my face, and she was like, I love you, but, like, no. Right? So,
Yeah.
like, could it happen in very small cases? Sure. But, like, let's be honest, it's not an issue in your life.
Yeah.
99 million times out of 100 million.
Yeah. That's what I think it is. Like, I think it was just kind of it was a decoy at the time. Like, it was a good argument at the time that kind of people could get around, because, like, there's
some logic there.
I could see that.
There's some logic there, and there's some truth. And,
Yeah.
like, they used it as a ploy to be like, trans people are just causing other trans people, right? Which is bullshit. Oops. I don't know if I'm allowed to. Yeah. YouTube.
Oh,
Just
no,
kidding.
no, you're good.
But, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was 100% an attack. But it was so good because there were logical, truthful bits in there, is what I'm saying. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's where you have to get at, is, like, when you fight these ridiculous attacks, you have to find the logic in them and be like, okay, yeah, I see you, but, like, that's silly because X, Y, and Z. Otherwise, you're just being like, no, you're ridiculous. And, like, nobody's going to respond to it. No, you're being ridiculous, right? Just like calling your spouse crazy. Like, we all know that's a no-no. You don't.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 would not recommend.
Oh, see you later. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Like, the whole entire, like, yeah, like, ROGD. Like, in the end, I did feel bad because it was a blatant attack on trans men. It wasn't an attack on trans women. Like, it was straight up like, this girl, like, would explain, like, oh yeah, gender dysphoria was only found in young boys, and it's like, whoa, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, it's pretty wild.
It was like straight up, like, yeah, it was an attack on, like, you know, female to male, like, and, you know, it's like, damn, like, yo, like, like, yo, gender dysphoria can happen in anyone for sure. Like, that's not just a gender.
No, it can
thing.
only happen in me.
Yeah.
Just me, not you.
Yeah,
Nobody
no.
else, just me.
Okay. Definitely. Oh yeah, it just shows how repressed gender dysphoria can be. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Honestly, like, every single person I came out to was like, what? And, like, even the supportive ones were like, what? Are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, immediately, like, they flipped into like, oh, that's so awesome. I'm super excited for you. But like, it literally caught everyone off guard. They were like, I would have never guessed. And I'm like, good, because I made sure you wouldn't. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, and you came as trans?
Right. Yeah. Well, like the box is so good because
Yeah.
my gender dysphoria was so repressed. Like it's a thing. And like you could see how a whole group could be like, oh, actually, that's a thing. Cool. Let me start asking myself questions. And then boop, boop.
Yeah.
Boop, and the whole group comes out as trans and they're like, wait, why would that happen? And like, it's because society makes people hide themselves so deeply and so well.
Yeah. Holy. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Holy. Oh my God.
Yeah. It's fun stuff. Fun stuff.
Fun stuff. Yeah, it's been a good talk. Whoa. Yo, we still have 24 people here. Yo, you guys are listening and you guys are in on the conversation.
Yo, I'm boring. Don't listen to me. I'm great.
Oh, man. Yeah. Gender dysphoria, gender ideology.
Yes, exactly. One friend stops lying to themselves. They all stop lying to themselves. That's so true.
Yeah.
Honestly, like since I've come out and I'm like 100% like, yo, here I am to everybody. So many more people that I interact with are like, here it is.
Yeah.
Like, here's all of my life's traumas. Like, and you're like, I mean, I love it that you're so open, but it's like your openness pulls the openness out of other people.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, I'm safe. This person is safe because like they're cool with themselves. So clearly they're going to be chill with whatever I got going on.
Oh yeah, that is actually so true. Like straight up. Like I remember like, yeah, when I was like in the closet and stuff, like honestly, people just kind of only had service level conversations with me. Like they never really talked about like anything like actually like deep down or anything like that. And it's like, but then when you come out, it's like everybody's having like deep conversations with you, and you're like, whoa. But it's goes to show, it's like if you're open about yourself, like other people are going to be open with you because they're like, oh, well, you're obviously open minded. You're obviously not going to judge. Like, you're obviously safe in general. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's a really beautiful thing because you can be there for a lot of people.
And that's why it's important, like, if you are, like, anyone here that is still in the closet, like, you know, like, you know, obviously you don't have to ever come out if you don't want to, but, like, you know, in the end, like, it is important because you're actually helping other people as well with their, like, you know, oh, wow, like, they'll start maybe, like, questioning or maybe, like, you know, like, they'll be a little bit more open-minded and want to be more open with themselves. So you coming out can actually help someone else, too.
Yeah, I downplayed the importance that aspect was going to be for me. Like, I was like, no, I don't really care. Like, that's not a thing. How could I? You know what I mean? You're just like, no, that's not. No. And then I came out, and then you start really seeing it, and you're like, wow, that's kind of powerful. And it's honestly like motivating to continue just being myself, right? You see someone else get something out of you being yourself, and you're like, oh, okay, this is why I'm supposed to be who I am, right? And like, it's just affirming.
Yeah. Until later, now it's just obvious in hindsight. Oh, okay, and that's a good point too. Like, you know, dysphoria. Some trans people will have gender dysphoria, some won't, and it doesn't make it any less valid. Like, you know, for example, you're just looking to socially transition and not medically transition. Like, you're obviously okay with your body, but, you know, the way you're treated in society is where you get kind of like, I guess, like your dysphoria, even though it's not like a gender dysphoria, but that's totally valid as well. Like, I actually know tons of non-binary people who like don't medically transition at all, and like it's more of just a social transition, like, you know, the change in wardrobe, change in, like, you know, just the way they interact with people, that kind of stuff. Honestly,
like quite a
few, totally valid too.
Quite a few. That's honestly probably the more common non-binary path.
Yeah, for sure.
Experience that I've seen is like people are like, yeah, I just know, and I express myself more this way. Cut my hair like this. Do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, no, actually, yeah, I feel like that's more the more popular journey that is with non-binary. Obviously, don't get me wrong, like, you know, someone like me, non-binary on hormones, totally valid too. But yeah, No, it really is like way more common. Like I would say I probably know a decent amount of like non-binary people that like who aren't mentally transitioning at all, and like they're all like, and you can even still tell. Like I think a lot of people think like, oh well, like what would be the difference? But it's like no, you can actually tell that they are way happier and way more like free in their life too. And it's it's nothing to do with the medical transition.
It's
And
because they didn't need that.
Yeah.
It's because all of our journeys are different.
Yeah.
But
Whoa.
similar. Weird. Strange. And we've brought it full circle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so ridiculous.
Oh, that's true. Trans has been discussed in high school, but seeing some of our friends come out as trans made our cis guys and envies realize that having doubts about how they see themselves was valid.
So, yeah. What's really funny is I came out and then I was sitting there and I was like, I never knew any trans people in my life as like up until this point. I started asking questions and like met everybody online, right? And then I was like, but oh wait, I did. There was this amazing trans man in my homeroom in high school that knew. Like, and when I tell you they knew, by God, he knew. He knew so like and like made sure everybody knew. And it was like his confidence was incredible. Like absolutely incredible. And then I was like, wait, how is it? And then I thought about it and like I would have questions or like conversations with them, like asking things. But like everybody was like, why would you do that? And then those kind of things stopped. But it was just like really interesting. It's just weird how you can have these things and like repress those memories as well. I was like, wait, I didn't know any trans people because they're not real. Like it's just so weird what the mind can do to protect yourself from what you think you need protecting from. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, exactly. Honestly. Oh fuck. That's cool though.
But they're awesome. I reached back out and I was like, yo, so like probably said some really horrible things back in the day. And they were like, yeah, I mean, it's cool. Everybody's silly and has their own journey, right? But like now we're super awesome and we chat occasionally. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's really cool when you can reach back out and be like, oh, wow. Hey. Nice to meet you finally.
Yeah, I had 2 friends actually I went to high school with that are now out as trans.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, one is non-binary. The other one's non-binary as well too. Yeah. So I guess they're both non-binary. But like it is cool to see like, but like keep in mind they weren't out as trans in high school, so it's just like kind of cool to see like
that's
just
also
like a wrap
really
around.
Cool. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like either way, when you like connect with somebody that you knew but didn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like whether it is they didn't know you or you didn't know them or neither of you knew each other, like the real yous. You know? Like it's really cool when you actually like reach back and connect.
Well, like Kita, they when I first came out, I remember they messaged me. They were like, I fucking knew it. Like they're like, I fucking knew it. Like I knew it after that one day in grade 12. Like we had some like hangout or something. We were all getting like drunk or whatever, drinking tequila for the first time or whatever. Just, they're like, yeah, I fucking knew it. Like, one of my friends is some flavor of trans. Oh yeah, flavor of trans. I like that.
I don't even know what that means.
I like that.
No one knows
what it means. We're keeping that now. Yeah.
Some flavor of trans. What?
Yo, it's different flavors, yo.
Yeah, but like what? Define that. I'm confused. I'm curious now.
I don't know. It's kind of like the way that I think of it is, there's like a bunch of flavors of ice cream, but they're all ice cream.
Right, just kind of like there's different flavors of woman.
Yeah,
I guess. But like, what do you mean some flavor of trans? Like, Do they not know? Is that what you're saying? They're like, yeah, I'm trans, and I just
questioning?
don't know
Yeah,
exactly
that's a good
yet.
point. I think that's probably what it is. Yeah, probably.
Because if that's what you mean, that's kind of cool. I can get behind some flavor of trans. I support this message.
Yo, it's genius,
right?
It does make kind of sense. Like, yeah, I guess you're like questioning. So you're some flavor, but you don't know yet. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, and like, I kind of wish I had that in my back pocket for when I was still figuring my stuff out. Like, yeah, I'm just some flavor of trans. It'll be all right.
Oh yeah. What's always interesting is meeting people again after they transition. You can just feel how much more of they are themselves now, and they're living authentically. It's incredible. Yeah, so true. Honestly, it really is. I've had a lot of people tell me that. Like, I'll like meet up with them, after like a year or two of not seeing them because of COVID too, right? So it's kind of like one of those things where I actually do have a lot of people that I haven't met up with. But like, yeah, like I've met up with some people that I went to college with, and like they're like, whoa, like you just have like this shining light like inside of you that like like it's just like you can't miss it almost. Like that's just how it's just like, yeah, like I don't know, I just feel like, I'm just more authentic and people can feel it.
Strawberry is my favorite flavor. Trans.
Yeah, strawberry.
What do you mean? Does that mean redheads?
Yeah. I like this one. By gender is it automatically 2 scoop ice cream.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, you got that. That's what it is. By gender, you got 2 scoops. You don't get 1, you get 2. Damn. Fuck, why can't I be by gender? No.
I've changed my mind.
Gender fluid means you get like basically you get one of those like tester spoons for every flavor. That's gender fluid. Yo, literally, Jay got it right. Gender fluid is a Mr. Scoop every time, even better.
No, it's just a continuous stream of soft serve ice cream that changes from vanilla to chocolate to that horrid strawberry soft serve they like to put in there, and it just goes back and forth.
Oh yeah. Hey, I gotta admit, finding out that I was gender fluid, that took a bit, but when we found it out, I gotta admit, I feel a lot more confident for sure. Because it was always weird. Like, I don't know, I started medically transitioning and I loved looking feminine. I was like, yo, I love looking feminine. But there were some days where I just wanted to look masc, and like I even like liked being treated masculine, if that kind of makes sense or whatever. And that's when I started getting into the more researching about gender fluid and stuff like that. Because I was like, what the fuck? Because, like you have the inner transphobia tell you, like, you can't wear guys' clothes. What are you doing? Like, yo, you're breaking the rules.
Yeah, stop doing that.
Yeah, literally. Like, you put on one guy's shirt and like that's all in your head the whole day. It's like, shut up, bitch.
Yeah,
like
for sure. What's weird is like I can wear like a women's fitted tee tank, like graphic tank.
Yeah.
Like a Volcom shirt, right? The next day I can wear basically the identically same t-shirt, just in a men's cut.
Yep.
From my old wardrobe. Horrible gender dysphoria, like out the window, and I'm like, what is this? It's a t-shirt. Like, stop this. But like, it's a thing. It's like your inner transphobia. It's like, no, you're not trans enough now because you're not wearing women's clothing. What are you doing? And it's like, yeah, I know plenty of women that shop in the men's section.
Oh yeah, and I didn't
like just straight up.
Yeah, straight up. I even brought up a decent point to my dad today. Like we were just talking about stuff like at lunch, and I was like, in the end, thinking that over the 24 years I was in the closet, I never liked one shirt. Like I didn't like any of the shirts that I bought or any of the pants I bought. Like that's just ridiculous to me. And it's one of those things that I feel like there's this misconception that you come in as trans, you're just going to throw out all your old clothes. Like, oh, I hated all these clothes because they're like the wrong gender. But it's like, it's not true. Like, it's really not true
I
at
have
all.
quite a few pairs of shorts.
Yeah.
And shirts that I like, but like, I just don't feel comfortable wearing them anymore because it's like the inner transphobia stuff.
Yeah.
Like my own personal journey that I got to work through. But like, I'm not going to throw them out because I'm going to fit in them still. So like, one day I'll wear them again.
Oh yeah, and like maybe one day you'll do like a gender bend, you wear like short shorts and like a guy's shirt, like kind of tied up cool. You never know. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can do a lot.
Exactly.
You can do a lot with a guy's shirt. I'll tell you that.
I'll just leave it at that.
Ben and gender ice cream. Oh, it's too good. Oh my god. That's too good. Ben and Gender ice cream. Yeah, my style pre-working it out was just non-existent. I'm wearing this to be not cold. Yeah, that's me too in the winter. Gotta admit, hoodies are key. Hoodies are key. How to be non-binary. Buy an oversized hoodie. Throw out rest of clothes. Like.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's literally how to be non-binary 101. Just saying, everybody would agree. It has to be an oversized hoodie.
I know, but it's just so silly to hear someone just like, right? Like, you just put it out there for the way you're like, yep. Like, honestly, like, it's really simple. Just buy an oversized hoodie to rest your stuff out. But you're non-binary. Woohoo!
It's like, what about the summer? You signed up for the shit. Like,
right? Like, you signed up
for. Oh, I want to rock the tank binder and full skirt someday. Yo, you gotta do it. Tank binder. Oh yeah, you mean like a binder that like looks like a tank top. Oh, okay, cool. Those are sick. I always wanted to like feel a binder. I don't know what it feels like. Is it like, have you ever felt a binder before? Is it like thick? Like, do you know what I mean? Or is it...
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a corset.
Oh, okay.
If you think about it, it's just like in reverse.
Yeah.
Like, instead of like to like make everything pop,
you're
like, no, go away.
Yeah. Because I gotta admit, like, I see, like, I just on TikTok and stuff, I'll get like videos on my like For You page or whatever, and it's like, before or after with binders, and you're like, whoa, holy crap, like, man, they're good nowadays.
I mean, corsets can do the same thing. You're like,
whoa,
I didn't. That's not a thing, and you're like, yeah, it is a thing.
Corset. Are they still around? Like, I guess you could still buy them.
Yes, to get a nice one, one that's like really good, and like, you could like actually cause problems if you don't know what you're doing. They're really expensive, and you have to find the right people to fit you at like just right. But like, yes, you can get like the old Victorian like bone in the corset. Like, that's what they used for the ribs, were bones back in the day. So like, yes, or you can go to Yandy or one of them sweet online stores, pay like $50 and get a silly one. You know what I mean? Like, that'll kind of do what you want it to do, but you
couldn't wear that thing for like all day or something. Like,
I would be more
get a little risky.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Like, you're gonna want one that's like fitted.
Yeah,
actually fitted appropriately.
Yeah, I guess it's the same kind of concept as like like a binder. You'd want it to be like fitted right, because like you could cause like damage issues. Yeah,
like you were squeezing your internal organs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it is really fun.
Cookie dough flavored trans. Oh, it's me. Nice. I love cookie dough. So
yes,
that's me. Has anyone tried to come out to someone before, but then their questions, attitude made you think maybe I'm not trans, then try to forget about it for a long time? It hasn't really happened to me, I would say. But I have had, I guess, people, you can tell that they're almost like questioning, especially around the like regret side. I don't know. Like, I find a lot of people, they will think, they'll start, once you start saying like, oh yeah, like, yeah, I'm medically transitioning, that stuff, they'll almost like jump to the regret side.
Like, but what if you regret it? And you're like, but what if I don't?
Yeah, and the way that I kind of look at it as is like, let's say, a cis woman gets breast implants, and then she's telling you like, yeah, I got breast implants like a year ago. Are you going to be like, what if you regret it? What if you regret that? Like, obviously you could say like, oh, I could get them removed, but there's still going to be scars and stuff too, right? But it's like, what are you, like, you're not going to say that to someone like that.
Yeah. Like someone that's already like made the plunge.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
even, and also like gender, like social construct wise, like, a cis woman getting breast implants, somehow they wouldn't regret that. But, like a AMAB person going on estrogen, they could regret that.
They're for sure going to regret it.
Yeah.
Right? You're like, what? No, that's not how any of this works.
But that's a big argument that I use nowadays. If someone will try to pull that, oh, what if you regret it? I just pull that. It's like, you wouldn't. Another good example is gynecomastia is a big thing in, with AMAB bodies. Obviously means you grow breast tissue or whatever. And, removal of gynecomastia or like liposuction of like the chest area, that's a procedure for cis men. I'm sorry, like you're technically like mutilating your chest.
Honestly,
like, you know,
so it's,
like
it's funny you say that. I mean, it's not funny, but like ironic.
Yeah.
When I came out to a friend of mine, they actually had that done to them as a kid.
Yeah.
And now are like, yo, like I want my breasts. So like,
oh,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, and like they did then and just didn't really know how to like, it was like a whole complicated issue. And like, obviously I'm not going to drag their business out into the world, but like, it's a thing. Like they, you know what I mean? Like, think about it. If I had that issue as a kid, do you think I'm going to want a surgeon to have lopped them out? No.
Yeah.
So like parents making these decisions without just consulting their kids is like part of the problem.
Oh yeah.
Same thing with like when parents get their children circumcised, and then that affects whether or not things work with like bottom surgery. You know what I mean? So like it's just kind of one of those things. For sure, gynecomastia surgery.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like, but it's just like, yeah, I guess that's obviously like, yeah, kind of like a sad situation for sure. Cause that was like parents making decisions for the kid. Because your friend was underage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's crazy. Ouch.
This was obviously many years ago.
Yeah. But still, yeah, like that's just kind of like, yeah, like
why
would you do that underage? Like that, it just doesn't seem like a life, like it's like a life or death kind of situation, right?
It does in hyper-religious communities.
Yeah, that's true.
So, you know, when your son
Social
is starting
construct.
to look like a daughter, people start freaking out, and like, social construct.
Yeah, straight up. Like it just like kind of adds to the whole like, even the argument about like social construct and stuff. Like there's a way that men are supposed to look, way that women are supposed to look, and if you don't fit into those boxes, like it's like, oh, we gotta fix that. Like, and it's like, what the fuck?
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Enjoy
the shower. Damn. Yeah. I am here to learn. You are here to learn. Awesome. Yeah, no, we having some good conversations.
Also, hippie skirts are dope. I love wearing them to festivals.
Hippie skirts? Oh yeah.
Yes. Whoever said that back there. Mountains of the Moon. Yes. No one's hating on hippie skirts. Dancing at festivals is my jam.
What do you got? Oh, here's about circumcision. Such an unnecessary surgery. Literally no use for it. Any supposed benefits from it can gain from basic hygiene.
So like I asked my mom at a later age, I was like, yo, why did you do this? And she was like, oh, for hygiene. And I was like, you don't think I could wash myself? Problem solved. Shoot. That was like the only valid potential reason, and like it's very easily checked off the box. So yes, I agree with you.
Oh yeah,
easily fixed with just, I don't know, teaching your children how to wash themselves.
And I feel like that's kind of almost like a fake, not fake, but it's kind of just a decoy like reason. Like I feel like the main reason is, well, everyone does it, so yeah, I just didn't want you to like not fit in, you know, like. And it's like,
yeah, I didn't want you to have that look.
Because
like nobody. I mean, I'm sure it's happened, right? Obviously, but like. Because nobody knows, like, you know, society's like, no, this is what it's supposed to look like. And you're like, wait, no, but that's not what it's actually supposed to look like.
I don't know, like the thing is, like, I'm uncircumcised. You guys know that. But so I did go to a school that was mostly Jewish. I lived in a Jewish area. So, you know, in the change room, I was the only guy with an uncircumcised penis, which. And like honestly, it never was really a thing. Like it never was really people pointed me out for it, and I never really had any issues with any girls or anything. Maybe a couple of times, but really not what people say it is. Like
it's more like an initial like.
Yeah, it's initial.
Like I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, whatever. You know what I mean? Like they everyone always hypes it up like it's
Yeah.
gonna be this horrible thing, and like if it is a horrible thing, it's probably because you have bad hygiene. Just saying.
Oh yeah, like straight up. Like I'll tell you guys for a fact. My ex literally told me one time she prefers uncircumcised dicks now.
That's
like,
right. Yeah, I know. It's a thing. Some people have that
Yeah.
fetish. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like it is what it is.
But like before me, like I don't think she was with any uncircumcised guys. So it was like, and she's like, whoa, like because it was new. Like obviously the first time we did it, it was. Obviously, she didn't say anything, but I could see by her face, like it was like, whoa, I haven't seen this before.
And in Britain, it's rare. That's cool.
Oh yeah, it's only a thing in North America. That's
Cool.
the weirdest thing. Yeah.
Yeah, because we
Besides
know how to
religious,
mutilate bodies.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's actually a big thing. Yeah, I remember when I went to Europe. But yeah, when I went to Europe.
Why am I American?
Yeah. Well, it's in Canada too. In Canada,
Yeah, but
too,
like
it's big.
you guys are basically American.
Yeah.
By extent. More or less.
The extra
the
state.
more liberal Americans up north with the moose, and the bears.
But yeah, it was a North American thing because I remember, British. I went to Britain one time to visit my dad, and I was hanging out with some like friends that I met this one girl on Tinder. Nothing really happened, but like we hung out with her friends and everything, and they were all telling me like, "What? Like that's so strange." Like 'cause they asked me, like they were like, "Oh yeah, so are you like circumcised because you're from?" Because that's what they think. Like all North Americans are circumcised, but
oh
Yeah.
goodness.
but
I mean, yeah, I feel that.
I do know a couple of people uncut who had issues with being uncircumcised, like foreskin being really tight. I'm down. Oh yeah, and don't get me wrong. Obviously, there are complications, but it's one of those things that it's like
And they're addressed when they
Yeah,
come up. Not,
exactly.
oh, I'm gonna preemptively mutilate this person because, like, maybe.
Yeah, like I'm not saying like if you have like an obviously like a bad infection or something, it's like gotta live with it. Like I'm not saying like, but it's just one of those things that if there's no issue, why?
Yeah.
Why?
It's like why put someone through an extra medical
Yeah.
trauma just because it supposedly looks better.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
And there could be complications. Like you could have like no feeling or something like that. Like,
Yeah. And like now if I want bottom surgery, like it's way less likely that I'll end up with feeling.
Oh yeah, because you were saying that the foreskin is used as the
clit.
The clit, yeah. Interesting.
RIP. R.I.P.
You learned something today. That's what it is. Oh yeah, AFAB circumcision happens in some cultures too. That's like straight. Yeah, that's straight up fucked. That is straight up fucked up. Yeah. I know that. I think that happens in Africa a lot. I think it's like an African thing. I'm not totally sure.
I'm not going to make any statements as to what I think it is, but I've heard routinely of certain cultures doing that. So
yeah,
it is what it is, and it's fucked up. Any child genital mutilation, any child mutilation in general, not cool. Like for whatever reason, unless it's medical, like if we don't do this, they're going to die, or like this could threaten their life, kind of thing. I really need to learn to stop touching my face when I put makeup on.
Yeah.
It is what it is. At this point, it's late. Had it on all day.
Oh, so it is okay. African cultures encourage it. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know much about it. I think I've watched a couple of YouTube videos. Just when I want to educate myself.
A Muslim thing, like of that general,
Mm.
but it could be of that faith in that region. I don't know.
I know male circumcision is big in the Muslim community, Jewish and Muslim. Yeah.
Sure, but like I'm talking the female.
Yeah.
And like. Yeah, but like there's all kinds of body mutilation that happens around the world. Like in China, foot binding was a thing, or somewhere in Southeast Asia, I can't remember which country exactly, the women that would stretch their neck with the gold rings such that like eventually their neck would elongate so much that if you took the rings off, their neck would fall over and it would break.
Yeah.
Like it's a thing. Like people in different cultures mutilate bodies because for beauty, or usually for beauty, actually. Everyone's like, it's more beautiful when my woman can't walk, because her feet are so small. Like in
Yeah.
China with the foot.
Or there's
binding,
like the head thing.
or the
that's
head
like,
thing.
yeah.
Like it's so beautiful. The neck is so beautiful, and like if you opt into that, cool. But like most of it's like not opting into, and that's the
Yeah.
problem. That's the problem. Or you're tricked into opting into
Yeah.
it. You're like, yeah, this is what everybody does. It's normal.
Fuck. Yeah, and then you go to like a different country or continent. It's like, wait, what?
Wait,
Like,
nobody stretches their neck?
Yeah.
That's weird. I would have thought that was not how the world worked. Yo, is this the baby guy?
Huh? What are you-
Those lollipops.
They are in the bag by the sesh tray.
Word.
You can have one. Yeah,
Do
go
you,
for it.
do you want yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, that was a good idea. Yeah.
I'll be right back. Ugh.
Pretty. Hopefully they're in there. Yo, thanks again for everyone that is tuning in here. We're really killing it. I gotta admit, really, really killing it. Let's go on the Discord. I guess I'll post the Discord link if anyone hasn't joined yet. You find it? Okay, good.
Yeah. Yo, when I stepped outside earlier, there was people on the balcony.
Oh,
That
nice.
was fun.
Such a random balcony placement. Like, hey, how's it going?
That's
Like,
what it is.
yeah. Good vibes all around. Damn right, a mole. Love that name. Mole.
Yes, it in fact was. And then once it was formed like that, they couldn't walk because they couldn't support their own weight.
Oh yeah, stupid bags that are.
Canada and their ridiculous children-proof bags.
Yeah.
What do you? I swear I'm not a child.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Let's see if we've gotten any new members in the Discord server. Oh, we have. We got one there. One there. Oh, yo. Nice.
Nice.
That's so dope. Playing video games and tuning in.
Cool. Here you go.
Height. Pretty good.
I mean, doesn't matter what it tastes like.
Yeah. True.
I mean, we're also eating lollipops on
Yeah, now you guys get to watch us eat lollipops. Oh. Help, the lady is back and asking my cashier when I get off work. Yo, I might have to get over there and give her a little
what's this?
Sam Downey clan. No. Do you like the screaming trees? Screaming trees. What's that from?
I don't know.
Trees that scream. Oh, band. Oh, I've never heard of them. Okay. I feel like I have listened to them.
Mm-hmm.
They seem pretty. Okay. I will save this, and we're gonna listen to them later. Yo.
Don't lie.
Don't lie. Like the name rings a bell. Hard rock.
I mean,
There's just a lot of bands that I've listened to with like people that I went to school with, and like that's their favorite bands. And then I go to their house, like, you'll want to hang out, and then they play like their music, and I'm like, oh, what's this? And they're like, oh, this band, and I'm like, oh shit, never listened to them before. They're pretty dope. I didn't totally see. It was in the Discord, right? So this lady came to the store or something. Oh, sorry, I wanted to see so you can have the chat still. I know Jimmy Lee posted something in the. Was it in Pics? Pics, maybe.
Yeah. Why are you posting all these pictures when we're together and I ain't in any of them?
His my dad still hasn't sent me those pictures yet. He hasn't sent. Oh, today honestly, this is the only one I really posted.
That's a lie.
No, I gotta admit, I think I posted another one. Let's see.
Even in here or not, you posted one on YouTube, and then you posted one on like somewhere else, and you're like, "Yep,
Hey.
Just me, myself, and I vibing.
Well, yeah, we'll post one. We'll post a good one.
I mean, we did post one the other night.
Oh yeah, true. I forgot about that. I forgot that we literally teased everyone into it, like tricked everyone. We're like, oh, you're like, guess where I am, and then we were like taking photos in the same background.
Any more obvious, and like everybody's like, vacation.
People are on vacation. Like no, like actual place. Like
right.
Yeah. Oh, you're hiding in the back, waiting for her to leave. Yeah, I gotta admit, sometimes that does happen at work as well. Like I have like these regulars that will come in and they'll always want to talk to me and be like, "Oh yeah, Sam here. Oh, is Sam here?" And then they're like, "Sam, can you go in the back for a sec?" Like, because they'll just try and talk to me for hours about like random stuff, like trying to like hit on me, and I'm like, "Yo," like I'm like, I get it, man, but I'm trying to work.
No,
yeah,
I have a job to do.
And hey, like I don't mind like talking to you for 2 minutes, but it's like, yo, when you're trying to talk to me like 30 minutes, like, yo, I gotta kind of help people.
Oh.
You're up next. You should check them out for sure. Oh. Yeah, Jimmy Lee. Hopefully you're safe though. Hopefully she goes away. But I feel like at least you're at work where it's like
yeah, it's better than nothing.
You're not at home or some shit. Holy fuck, that'd be a little
rip.
Yeah, that would be a little awkward. Oh yeah. I gotta admit, this lollipop's kind of gross, but we're
what are you talking about? It was delicious.
Yo, what?
Clearly, mine is gone.
I don't know.
I mean, I do get to the center of the Tootsie Pop rather quick. If you do know what I'm talking about. Jeez, that took you a while. Ooh. Book a plane ticket. Go catch that one.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Hey, one day, Sam Downey Con. It's happening. If I have 1 million subscribers, I'll invest some money, rent a convention center, Sam Downey Con, different panels.
That'd be pretty dope.
Yo, straight up, like that would be a party. Like, honestly.
For sure.
Like it's like one of those like obviously like in a long time, but like one of those things that, man, if that happened, yo, I swear everyone would be like, yo. Because I don't know, like I feel like I have a pretty good fan base. Everybody's pretty open-minded. Everybody's kind of on the same page. Like, yeah, I'm trans and it's chill. Yeah, or trans people are chill. Yeah, what kind of panels do we have? We'd have like obviously gender stuff, then music stuff too. Got to be music panels.
The not safe for work panel.
Oh,
that's the only one I care about.
Oh fuck, that would be the second part of the convention. Like there'd be two sides, all ages, and not safe.
The rest of the convention is like irrelevant to me. Like I don't care. Like
you just be in the not safe.
You have fun over there. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to go to them adult conventions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
After dark panel.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Don't get me wrong, this would be like years from now. So like You know, if you don't have money now, you know, maybe you'll have money in a couple of years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That would obviously, I'd have to be like 1 million, like over 1 million subscribers to really be able to like have it worth it and have it like a lot of people there and shit. That would be like a convention. A Sam Downey convention. Yo, we'd have a lounge room, all GameCubes.
Gross.
Wow. Damn. What are you? Are you a PlayStation? Are you a Xbox? Are you a or PC? But PC is like a whole different game.
Yeah, but it's like
Yeah.
the master race.
Don't masquerade.
Yeah, you've never heard that?
Oh, PC.
Yeah.
In the end, nowadays, 2022, it's the way to go. You get a PC if you want a game. You know, I feel like consoles are kind of like they're cool, but it's like the games are too fucking expensive. Like it's like you buy a game, you buy the system for like $500, then you buy a game for $100, like, and then you buy controllers for another $100. Like it's just more and more expensive.
So sadly, I play on PC, but I play Rocket League. And I go through controllers, and that's the only game I play. But they're so expensive, and it's just because the stick gets worn out from getting used around. No.
Me too, an item. Yeah.
No. We're good friends.
Yeah.
We're really good friends.
No.
Why? That's really funny.
No, we're just vibing. No, honestly, I don't know. I got a relationship about a year ago. I'm not really looking to get anything serious.
Yeah, I mean, I just ended a 9-year marriage, like literally like a month and a half ago.
Yeah, so
nothing.
Because that's I don't know. I find that's kind of like a little strange if you jump into something really quick, like right after.
Yeah,
it's like how can you be that sure? You know what I'm saying? Like a month, unless it's like maybe there's a situation where it's like you were friends during like when you were in another relationship, and then after
that's still even worse.
That's
that's much worse. Stop it.
Oh.
If you were friends in your old relationship with this person, and then immediately after you start dating, you were cheating while you were in your relationship, whether you realize it or admit it in some way, shape, or form, you were like not committed to your actual relationship. Because like you were emotionally attaching to this other person, and now you're just like, cool, now I can physically do the thing. If it's that quick. Yeah, in my personal opinion. Not that having emotional attachment outside one person is cheating in my book, because I'm non-monogamous, but like in a very monogamous person's mind, you are emotionally cheating, like for sure, hands down. So like if you want a quick way to piss off somebody, like bingo.
Non-monogamous. I feel like that's getting a lot more popular nowadays.
I mean,
see that on
honestly, and like I don't necessarily think people are poly. Like to be non-monogamous. To be non-monogamous doesn't mean you're poly.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can be monogamish and be like not poly. Like if you're dating someone and you go out to eat and like you guys have talked about it, and this hot waitress comes up and starts flirting with the man you're with at dinner, right? And you're like, oh, honey, did you see that hot waitress flirting with you? Just to spice up the relationship, right? And like you could be there. You could be, okay, tonight when we go home, I'm going to talk about that waitress flirting with you while we're getting it on. Or you can be like, cool, I'm going to bring her back with us if she's down, kind of thing. Or there can be like, only in foreign states to our homes. You know what I mean? Like it's a spectrum, just like gender, just like sexuality. Like it's
there's not
one certain answer for anybody. And like that's the key, is you just have to have an open dialogue with your partners, whatever it is, your relationship group from the rip about all of it, and it'll all work out. But like kind of if you start being like 10 years into a relationship, you're like, yeah, so like I don't think I'm monogamous, you're gonna have problems.
Yeah.
So like it is what it is.
That's a good way of putting it, actually. Like, there's not really one way to be non-monogamous or be poly or anything like that. Like, there's obviously it's like a spectrum as well. It's actually a good way of putting it. Never really thought of it like that.
I met a couple that like the dude isn't interested in being like he's not interested in seeking comfort outside of the relationship, but she is, and he's cool with it. And they're like some of that, like one of the happiest couples I've ever met. You know what I mean? So like it's just like what you would think would be like not an okay situation turns out is actually like for them the perfect situation. And like that's because one person doesn't have a high sex drive and the other one does. So how do you fix that? You talk to each other. Oh God, no, don't go there.
Yeah.
You talk to each other and then you work it out.
No, it is a good point. Like, I've even had a friend, like I was talking to him one time, and he was like, oh, yeah, I'm talking to this one girl. Like, she's got another partner as well. And, like, you know, and he was like, yeah, no, I'm really new to this poly thing or, like, non-monogamous thing. But he's like, but found it interesting and stuff. And I even, like, that's kind of what I said, too. I was like, yeah, no, like, you know, like, she can get needs that you can't fulfill from someone else. He's like, yeah, exactly. Like, that's why I like, yeah, like, literally.
It's so much easier for me.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't understand that. Like, why? Like, to me, it makes perfect sense. Like, each relationship you have in life meets its own thing. Like, no one person is going to meet all your needs emotionally, spiritually, sexually, romantically, whatever you want to put in there. Like, no one person can do that, in my personal opinion. So, like, it makes sense. Like, hey, if you want to have sex with a lot of people, then you just want to have sex with a lot of people. If you need to get emotional support from like 50 million loving people, then that's what you need. And your partners, whatever, need to be cool with. You know what I mean? Like whatever it is, you just have to be 100% transparent about it and it'll all be okay.
Yeah. That's actually the way of putting it. I'm not poly or non-monogamous per se, but a closed throuple. Oh, a throuple sounds interesting. Oh, throuple. I've never met anyone in a throuple before. I've just
that would be poly.
I guess. Poly? Okay. So
I think so. Because like think about it. You're polyamorous because you're not in a mono relationship.
Okay.
But it's still monogamous in a sense because it's closed.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know how I would describe that, but, like, I think I'm not saying you're poly because you're saying that's interesting. That's not, my God, that's not what I'm saying. But, like, it's interesting. It's kind of like I had a non-binary friend of mine tell me they were a lesbian, and, like, my brain kind of just, like, broke before my eyes. I was like, but, like, that's a binary thing and I don't understand. Brain does not. And they're like, we just don't have the language to describe it yet. And it's like, oh, okay. She's like, yeah, this was as close as I could get to it.
Yeah.
So here we are. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm right there with you. But like I think that's kind of one of those things where we don't really have the language because it hasn't been commonplace enough for people to figure out how they want to describe it. Or express that. Yeah. Oh
yeah, I was watching one channel, Cole and Ari, if anyone knows them. They're a non-binary lesbian couple, and they had a video about it, and they explained it like almost as like non-men loving non-men. It's kind of like the way. So it's like basically you're attracted to. You could be as a non-binary lesbian, you could be attracted to other non-binary people or women, but no one that identifies as masculine or a man. Basically, it's like, oh, okay, I can. That honestly kind of like explained it for me. I was like, oh yeah, because I was kind of confused too. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I mean
like,
that makes sense. Like it doesn't, but like it does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like your brain's kind of like, but it just doesn't want to sit right. But you're like, no, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
I get you.
Well,
those are my favorite. Is when they don't sit. You're like, I know that I'm supposed to be okay with this, and I am okay with this, but like for some reason, my body's like screaming internally. You're like, why is it doing this?
see what's going on in the Discord. If you guys are
What's up in that?
hitting it up.
That one.
Yeah. Damn. What's happening in the Discord? Not safe for work. Ooh, ouch. I think that's. Oh, that was yesterday. Okay. So this is the new stuff. Hi. Cute.
Is there anything fun that I can post?
We love resources. Yeah, no, honestly, same. I watch a bunch of other trans and non-binary YouTubers and smaller ones that are around my size too, like channel-wise. Culinary, I think they're a little bit more popular. I think they have about 20,000 subscribers, but still around that same kind of level. Maybe like the next level up, but not the, oh yeah, I'm like basically celebrity level. Like, who are my fave? YouTube channels. So I like Colin Arley. It's a really good channel. I've been hyping them up, obviously. Samantha Lux is really good. She's very popular. Like I think she has almost 1 million subscribers now. Sam Collins I've watched a lot. He hasn't done as much lately. And No Offense. Obviously, No Offense. I'm a big fan of his music as well. Like he's just hilarious in general. Jamie Dodger's a really good one if you're looking for someone that is like very knowledgeable in the trans kind of community and like trans ideology. He has like a PhD in like basically like gender studies and stuff. Like he did like his like thesis on like I think it was like sexual interaction between trans people or something like that. Like something really interesting. But yeah, Jamie Dodger's obviously like dope. He's really popular as well. Another smaller one I like. There's one other channel I do watch sometimes. I gotta go into my subscriptions. You guys are gonna hear, hey guys. Oh wait, no, it didn't do that. Sometimes it does that. Kira Graves is great. She's really big as well. She's from Toronto as well. She's like gender fluid. They use they she pronouns. They're honestly they're pretty awesome. They do a lot of like WLW content if you're kind of into that. In the end, I just kind of find it interesting. Like I just find like a lot of her content really interesting, and she's like Canadian as well. What else do I watch?
Well, that's in there now.
Oh yeah, I love that video.
Right.
Oh, God, it's too good.
Yeah, check out the Discord.
Love that vid. I was like, how do you move your butt like that?
Practice.
Much
Practice. Much practice.
Okay. Oh, Ash Hardell. I've heard of them. Yeah. Ash Hardell.
Non like LGBT favorite YouTuber that I've seen in a long while was probably Alex Steele. Like he's a blacksmith from England that moved to the States for a while, and then I think he moved back to England now. But like he has it's like really good funtertainment, if you will, whatever they call it these days. But like great craftsman, good content worth checking out. But like I honestly don't watch a lot of YouTube anymore, other than their videos and then music. I'd be too busy doing other things nowadays.
Hey, in the end though, if you're like a non-binary person, trans person, you're looking to track, like vlog your journey or something like that. Hey, we need YouTubers, what I'm saying? We need our YouTubers out there. Even if you're just like, obviously, like, I take it to the next level or have a lot of different content and stuff around LGBT stuff. But like, even if you just tracked your transition in general, like that's still like pretty good educational resource for like other people out there. Because what I've really found with my channel, what a lot of people tell me is like, they'll be like, your channel is great because like I can actually connect with you. Like it's like they're like they find that a lot of like other non-binary channels or trans channels, it's almost like those people have been so far down on their transition that it's almost like hard to connect if you're first coming out as trans or you're like newly out as trans. So that's why a lot of people do enjoy my channel, I would say. But it goes to show that like everybody's different, and your channel, someone might connect with you in that way.
Yes.
Bam, bam. You know what I'm saying?
I should not have had that monster.
It
ran through me like a freight train.
It's okay. Honestly, we've been on for almost what, 2 hours and 15 minutes, yo. Whoa.
Yeah.
We'll be on a little longer, and then we'll probably head on out. You know what I'm saying? But this has been pretty dope, honestly. Like I gotta admit, guys, I've been really killing it. We've had some good discussions today. Honestly, I wasn't doubting that it was going to be. I was pretty sure that it was going to be a good talk because everyone's pretty open-minded here, and everybody's pretty knowledgeable too. Surprisingly, everybody and in the end, obviously people will ask questions and stuff too. But like, there are a lot of people that I find that watch my YouTube channel that know a lot.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool. So for
pretty
sure.
Cool. Pretty cool to see. Yeah. For sure.
Ooh, my back.
If anyone's got any video ideas or something that you want to see from me, always feel free to leave them down there. Like I'm always looking for new ideas for sure. Like, you know what I'm saying? So obviously if you have any video ideas for sure, leave them down there. I am totally down. And don't think you're going to offend me by any ideas. Like, every idea is a good idea. Your glasses are very non-binary. Yo, I'm holding to that. Yeah, no, and exactly. Like, yeah, your channel is the very first one I followed because I can relate to being early in transition. Like, I don't know. I see a lot of these channels and it's like, they're almost like so far in their transition or making almost look like they're so far in their transition. And like, I totally get it. I really do. Like, I really get it, but it's like, sometimes you need just the real, like, oh yeah, it's okay not to wear makeup every single day. It's okay to like look masculine some days. It's okay to like not really, that's the main thing. Like you don't have to look 100% perfect every single day as a trans person. So I'll be honest with you guys, like sometimes just having a boy day, it's fun. I hear that trans femmes when on hormones eventually get motion sick easier, especially in VR. That could be an interesting video topic, maybe. Yeah, okay. Hey, maybe if I have any friends with VR, that'd be a good topic to see what happens. Thank you. Yeah, it's got leopard print on the back, and then it's got the leopard pocket. Yeah, I got this shirt online. I think it was like Fashion Nova, like one of those guys. One of those like fast fashion things. Don't get me wrong, they're not the best to order from, but just needed some clothes and didn't have that much money at the time. Vlog episode? Oh, like vlogging? Yeah, like a day in the life episode. I feel like that would be a good episode too. Even just like me going to work and stuff. It'd be a really fun time. The vlogs. Yeah, vlogs are very cool, I gotta admit. Oh, guitar videos. Yeah, no, that is something I want to get more into. I gotta admit. Charlie did a reading for me today. She's learning kind of like a lot of like spiritual healing and that kind of stuff. And she did a reading today, and I literally got from that reading, I was like, yeah, I got to get back into music. I got to get back into it. I have been working on some songs. Honestly, like they're actually pretty much there. I just need to practice them, basically practice them up. But I have played live in a couple of these for sure. Played like some songs live on these live streams, but I want to actually like record them and stuff. It's the next goal. Do, 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 do. Did she throw shade after reading you? Oh my god. What are some trans musicians you like? No Offense is really great. He's great. Laura Jane Grace, obviously. Those are probably my two favorites, I would say. I also really, really like Demi Lovato's new stuff. Like, straight up, that stuff is awesome. Yo, and like, I've never really been a fan of Demi Lovato's music, but they killed it. They killed it with this album. Like, straight up. Like, this new, like, pop punk style they're going for, like, yo, straight up is like bomb. Like, honestly. Oh, they went there. I think they're chilling. Oh yeah, probably vibing. Ding ding dee dee do 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 do. Oh, okay. Interesting. It is crazy how many like people are coming out as non-binary nowadays. Like, it's great to see. It's great to see that, like, I feel like a lot of people have, like, even with just COVID and the pandemic and everything, really have done a lot of like self-reflecting, and like, it's really good to see. Because like, non-binary has always been a thing, but it's just like been so looked down upon in society. But now that we have, like, actually people like, stepping up and being like, I am non-binary, and actually like coming out as non-binary, it's like, it's just so great to see. And like, it's really just really expanding the community even more and making more people more open-minded, because now they know like one person that might identify as non-binary, something like that. NB. And I feel like NB's become a more popular term as well. NB, I hear that a lot more now. Obviously, it's always been a term, but I feel like it's getting a lot more like popular, just like within like discussions and stuff. Oh yeah, NB. Okay, yeah, sounds good. Like, it's cool, really cool. Ooh. Cool. You're killing it. This is how it goes. The Sam Downey clan. But yeah, thanks again. I always like to thank everyone for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. I know I say that all the time, but always got to be appreciative of people watching my content and, really being interested in it and stuff, and like asking questions and like wanting to learn more. Really is awesome to see. Interesting. Yeah. So yeah, NB is a non-binary. Oh yeah, a non-word for guy or girl. It's also our noun. Yeah. Sometimes I don't know. Like, I've heard like some non-binary people don't like that term. NB.
What, NB?
Yeah.
That's strange.
I don't know. Have you ever met anyone that is like that? I've just seen it online. I've never actually like met someone in person that's non-binary that's like, oh, I don't like the term NB.
I also don't call people NBs in person. Like, that's.
I guess, yeah, that's true. I would never like, yeah.
Seems
use
like
that
one
word.
of them online terms, like,
yeah,
that just kind of generated itself.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I have seen a few non-binary folks on TED Talks call themselves NBs.
Oh, okay.
But like, it was kind of like a once in the speech. They were like,
Yeah.
I'm an NB, right? And it was just kind of like bringing awareness to the term, more or less, I think. But I don't know.
Because in the end, non-binary, it isn't really like hard to say. It's not like a hard word to say or anything. Like facial feminization surgery, that's the hardest one for me. Like, I always jumble that up. FFS. Like, hey, how's it going? New here. Oh, wow, you're a new subscriber. Okay, welcome to the clan. Honestly, welcome to the clan. We're all chill here. Everybody's open-minded. Feel free to, just chill, hang out, talk some peeps. Yeah, because that's literally how it goes. So awkward. Yeah, Totally. Oh man. There is some contention with NB, but I haven't heard any waves with NB usage in my experience. I just turned 39 a couple days back. Oh, nice. Happy birthday. Jesse Gender called it facial harmonization surgery. Whoa. Never heard of that term before. Kind of works though.
Teach Sarah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I call it bottom surgery. Other people get upset if you call it bottom surgery. Like you're never gonna satisfy everybody. And like if you need to call it something to make yourself feel better, I support it. And if you ever run into somebody that's like, hey, I would prefer if you call it this, then you just call it that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I think there's so many different terms out there now for so many different things. And I think it's awesome because people are getting what they need. But like a lot of this stuff is like umbrellaed.
Yeah.
Like I'm trans. Yeah, cool. What does that mean? Could mean a lot of things. So like kind of is what it is.
Yeah.
But that is kind of a cool one. Like what, facial harmonization surgery.
Yeah.
Like gender affirming surgery. Like, but like, yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, even when I made that one video where I asked you guys, basically you filled out the survey about like what gender affirming procedures you're looking into. Like even like that, I was thinking about how to title it. I'm like, yo, like, so what surgeries are trans people looking for? Like I was like, I just didn't know how to like, I didn't know how to title it. And then I kind of like, I came up with like, oh, gender affirming procedures. That kind of works because that includes surgeries, hormones, non-surgical things that are still like considered, I guess, transition wise, so like facial hair removal, that kind of stuff, laser, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, because like I could have put what are your gender affirming surgeries you're looking for, and then technically hormones isn't a surgery, like so it wouldn't have included everything. So yeah, but that was always a hard thing to. It's almost like you got to find a way to what sounds best, what works best that includes everyone. Oh. Hey, you're going to call it that from now on.
I refuse. I refuse. I'm going to get surgery on my face that makes me look more like a woman. That's really what I tell people. And because, like, if I told people, yeah, I'm getting facial feminization surgery, they're like, what? I'm like, I'm going to go to a surgeon that's good at this stuff and be like, make me look like a woman. Right? And then we're going to have consults and we're going to, you know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. To me, it's just...
And there are specialists on that nowadays too.
Extra.
Yeah.
Because honestly, you shouldn't be having those conversations with everybody. You know what I mean? Like your close friends and family, sure, should be able to ask you these questions because you need someone to check you on things. But like random insert person, random acquaintance, semi-close friends should not be like, hey, so like what surgeries are you getting?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and for me personally, I don't mind because I'm able to educate them on better ways to ask the questions if they have trans people in their life and telling them, hey, you probably just shouldn't ask random trans people this. Oh, and you should maybe ask it like this instead of like, hey, are you going to get your dick chopped off? It's like, hey, are you going to have a bottom surgery? Or, you know what I mean? Like, I just give them something along that lines, and it's been nice. But not everybody wants to talk about this stuff and shouldn't have to at all.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So, kind of the terminology is kind of almost irrelevant in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Whatever you need to use to describe what you're describing, because, like, it's your personal journey. Yet again,
all transitions are different. No, straight up. If anybody tries to pull that crap on you, that it's like, oh, what? Like, oh, if you're not looking to get the bottom surgery, like you're not actually trans, literally just throw them. All transitions are different. That's what we heard on the Sam Downey Clan channel. So, it's a fact.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
I heard it on the internet somewhere, so it must be a fact.
Straight up. Like, no, like, honestly, though, like, that's what it all really comes down to is, everyone is different, and putting these like not barriers, almost like this exact, oh, this is the only way to transition and stuff, it really pressures people into surgeries that they might not even need, right? And yeah, literally, exactly.
For sure.
That's why I feel like, when people try to pull that crap, it's literally like, all you're doing is like trying to pressure people who might not need like those affirming surgeries into that, because in your head, oh, well, they're not legit unless they get that. And it's like, like you're not trying to impress anyone. Like you don't have to impress anyone as a trans person. Like, oh, so trans attorneys. Oh yeah, now beer gets to thrive. Yeah. Now I think stranger people who don't know I'm trans. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. And like, you don't owe anyone any of those conversations or anything.
No.
Like in the end, I feel like a lot of people are just out of curiosity, but like, still at the same time, it's like, there's a lot of things people are curious about, and they're still not going to ask you about it, like even non-trans related. It's like,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. It's people ask way intrusive questions.
Yeah.
It's none of their business on all things, like trans, not trans, whatever.
Yeah.
Just in general. So like, imagine when it's some like real crazy stuff that they've never seen, or in person, they're going to ask all kinds of questions. And people are naturally curious. So like, it's kind of like an opportunity to give them the truth instead of the narrative. But like, you shouldn't feel like that's your responsibility, if that makes sense.
Oh, 48 and only realized, oh, nice. Hey, congratulations. Realize you're a bigender. Hey, honestly, it does take for some people, like it takes time for people, like obviously.
I mean,
like,
I'm 32 or 31. Yeah, 31. And I just figured out like within the last year. So like, it's a thing. And I think it's awesome.
And it doesn't mean you're like less valid or not, depending on your age. Like I feel like that's a big thing. And like, oh, it's too late. Oh, I waited too long. Like, no, it's never too late.
Your brain just protected you till you felt like you were in a safe place to come out.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's all it is. Like you tricked yourself until you felt comfortable.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's probably a reason you didn't feel safe. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? Right. Yes. Anytime someone brings it up is like, oh, cool. Now I have dysphoria. Thank you.
Yeah.
But like before, I'm like, no, it's cool. That and like bikinis. But like beyond that, it's kind of irrelevant. But like, yeah, people asking is kind of like, ooh, yeah, maybe I should just.
Yeah. Like I would say, when people ask, you do kind of get a little dysphoric about it. It's like, damn it. Like, like,
it's just because it just like shoves it in your face.
Literally.
You know what I mean?
Yo, people do that. They'll be like, oh yeah, like, are you thinking of getting laser on your face? I'm like, well, when did you say that? Like,
thank you for reminding me that I have facial hair. Thank you. I didn't know that I grow this thing on my face.
It's like, what facial hair?
Right. I thought I shaved today. Oh no.
Yeah. But, it always grows back. Damn it. By the end of the day, too.
Yeah, same.
Oh, the biggest issue is the lack of factual education.
Oh, no.
You're reading different content. Oh,
no. For the being 30 and just realizing they wanted to transition this year.
Oh, yeah.
I just realized at 30 that I was like a thing that I was really interested in. And it's been a year, so.
Yeah.
Lack of factual education. Yeah, that's the thing. It's because it's all fear mongering. Everybody's like, "Oh, stir the fear, I mean, it used to be, oh, them scary gays, right? Well, now everybody's cool with gay people.
Yeah, now it's only scary trans.
Scary people, right? Like, it is what it is. Pick the scapegoat. Look back and history and just move it forward to now, and that's how they're acting. So like you just kind of have to dismantle that piece by piece.
I don't know. I just find it really strange that like people think that, you know, you can literally convince a kid to be trans. Like it's like, oh yeah, you can just be like, no, wait, maybe.
I mean, people used to think you could pray the gay away.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I mean? Like you say like, I have a hard time getting there. You're like, but like people used to do this.
Yeah, that's true.
So like, just remember that it's like, it shouldn't be that hard of a leap to get there. But like, there's a reason they got there, and you just have to find whatever that reason was so you can actually address it. Because people do some crazy things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
People be wild.
I don't know. My biggest annoying one is when people do the whole like, oh yeah, you can be like, you know, trans or gay, but just only shove it in my face. It's like, okay, like I get that kind of for gay, but it's like trans, like that's straight up. You want me to go back in the closet then? Like it's like I don't get how you can't shove it in someone's face.
I had a family member message me being like, "You're being flamboyant," and I was like, "What? I'm a woman." Like, what do you mean I'm being flamboyant? It's like, you're being extra about it. And I'm like, but do you just want me to like go back in the closet? Basically?
Yeah, like that's ridiculous.
What do you want from me? Like, I wore a dress, went out to the club, and then danced in the parking lot, and it ended up on Facebook. Like, my bad. Like, sorry, that's flamboyant. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, like honestly, I've heard that so many times. I'm literally like, how does that concept even work? Like what? Oh, well, you can't like, just don't shove it in my face. Like what? So you literally exactly just told me I'm okay with trans people as long as they're in the closet. Like,
or just over there.
Yeah, or just over there.
So like the thing is like people are on that whole like, cool, you can be gay, just don't put it in my face. Because that's a sexuality.
Yeah.
And that's not a public thing per se, which is a whole nother discussion that can be had, whether sex should be talked about in public or not. Anyways, but you know what I mean? So like, I get how you can still be like, yeah, you can be trans, just like, don't put it in my face.
Yeah.
Because they think it's like a sexuality thing when it's really a gender thing. It's
it's an expression thing. So that's why
it's like, I don't think they have made the connection and the difference between gender and sexuality. They think, oh, you're trans, oh, you're just gay.
Exactly. Oh my God. Can fam be considered a gender neutral term? Yeah, it seems pretty super gender neutral to me.
Not?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, family's made up of male and female parts.
Yeah. So fam. Yeah.
Or non-binary.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually a good one. I might even use that sometimes. I'm like, yo, that's a
fam.
I dig that.
I've used fam quite a few times.
Also, cis people are very identified and attached to their gender, but they don't know it, and it's triggering for them to question that. Oh yeah, for sure. That even brings up the same point about, you know, a cisgender. Let's say a cis guy walks into a store. You know, the store has like, you know, a men's section, a women's section. He grabs a shirt, you know, looks pretty sick. He's even kind of a box cut. It looks like a regular guy shirt, but it says on the tag women, and then he puts it back because it says women. It's like, yo, what? Like,
you were into that shirt 30
buy the
seconds
shirt
ago. Like it'll be all right.
It's like, it's one of those things like, yo, buy the shirt. But it's like, there are people that like straight up, like they're almost like, oh, this isn't made for men, so I can't buy it.
But like, that's because they, like they said, they're so attached to their gender, but don't know it because they've never allowed themselves to question.
Yeah.
You see it like, if you're too scared to even be like, well, could I be a woman? And like, when an answer for a cis man is immediately, absolutely the fuck not. Like, I know who I am.
Yeah.
Like, then it's easy. But like, if you've never allowed yourself to have that question and immediately be able to shut it down in your own mind, then it's going to be really terrifying when people question that norm in your face and you have no option but to be like, wait,
Yeah.
So it's just like flight or freeze moment for
Yeah.
them, and everybody it's really easy to default to anger.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Damn right.
Mm-hmm. Sure enough is.
Friend. Oh yeah, friend's a good term. Hey friend. Hey Brand.
Hey, Brand.
Wow, this has been a pretty good
Almost 3
chat.
hours.
Yeah, almost 3 hours. All right, we'll answer a couple of last questions if anyone has them, and then we'll probably sign off because we've been doing about 3 hours. But this has been a good chat, honestly, guys. Like, pretty good. But yeah, does anyone have any like last minute questions for like me or like Charlie? Like 500 questions show up. Like,
I don't care. Then you just have to be cool with the intermittent, medication breaks.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Because it's legal in Canada.
Damn right. You didn't do anything wrong here. Any Jackbox? You never know, you know what I'm saying? Great time. How is your weather being there? Oh, it's so it's basically obviously like late August weather. So it's like I find it's warm during the day, cold at night. So I would say it's kind of getting to that
It's
vibe.
not even cold at night.
Yeah. It's still warm. Yeah.
Cool in the evening.
Yeah.
Right? Like, open your window and it'll feel nice.
Yeah, like at the cottage it was a little chilly, but nothing like whoa, like holy
Yeah,
fuck.
like put a hoodie on
Yeah,
and feel
yeah.
nice when you walk outside kind of thing. Like being able to be like kind of bundled up, but like still not hot or freezing. It was like nice.
Don't get me wrong, give it like 2 weeks and it's gonna be cold.
Yeah,
again.
well, that's why I'm not here.
Yeah, that's why you're dipping. That's why you're dipping.
Canada in 2 weeks. I am
Straight
far
up.
past headed south.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's gonna be yeah, literally. Like, I think this winter is gonna be a cold one too.
Why?
This one? I don't know. I just can sense it. Sense it being a shitty winter. Because this has been a little bit of cooler summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like,
see what you're saying.
usually it's like beaming hot, like especially in the cities. Yeah.
Conveniently for me, like if we have a really bad winter, I don't have to like drive anywhere. Like I've always worked a job where I'm like essential services, and like whether it's the military or like keeping the internet on, they were like, you have to be here, and you're like, yeah, but it just dumped 24 inches of snow, and they're like, yeah, I don't care, figure it out, and you're like, okay, well, I'll be there in like 12 hours, but like I'm coming, and they're like, you should have left 12 hours earlier because you should have known the weather. But like, it'll be nice for once to just be like, oh, I'm snowed in today, cool, I'm just gonna hang out this school.
Yeah, no, I do find like in the end, like I feel like we do have like pretty bad snowstorms here, but you get used to driving in the snow. Like I've driven in snowstorms, like it's crazy. But like obviously if it's like if it's like fucked like 24 inches or like 30 inches, then it's
once.
Like nah. But like
it happened once, right? And like
we had one of those.
The Navy doesn't care.
Yeah. You're
an asset, not a person. But I love the US Navy, they're awesome.
Hey. I gotta admit, we had a pretty damn bad snowstorm. I remember walking through walking on the street, just like legs up to here in snow.
Yeah,
I mean, God.
Just stay overnight. Yeah, I mean, why not? Like, I've spent so much time there. It was already like home anyways.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, like my house was kind of like not home. Work was home, and that was like the vacation spot, or like just walk away for a minute. The brake pad. I'm 7. Screams and arthritis. Facts. Oh, I feel that. In all my joints.
Erie. Oh, where I live had a polar vortex. Erie, Pennsylvania?
Oh.
Is that Erie? I know the Erie Otters.
Ohio.
Oh, is it Ohio? I just know the Erie Otters is like a hockey team.
A hockey team.
Yeah, they play in the OHL, even though they're in the States.
It's probably. Yeah, polar vortex. I remember when I was going to school in Ohio, there was 2 weeks where it was like minus 20 without the wind chill. And I was like, what is this? I'm from Florida. I've never seen weather like this. And I just basically curled up into a ball in my dorm room and died till it warmed back up. I was like, well, okay, I guess I'll just hibernate. Thank you.
I don't know. Like, there's this misconception that Canadians love winter. It's not true. I fucking hate it. Like, straight up. Like,
don't lie to the people.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Like, it's literally it's like, wow, this is great. Like, you basically get the seasonal depression going on because you can't do anything besides going out and maybe skating once. But it's always like it's way too cold. Like, so it's like you only get like one or snowboarding. Yeah, you go snowboarding, skiing,
snowmobiling.
But like those sports, you have to have the stuff really, or it's like it's expensive.
Even with the stuff, it's expensive.
Yeah,
right. But like that's what you got to do to make living in Canada bearable.
Yeah,
in the winter, you got to go enjoy the winter. Make the winter enjoyable.
Yeah, my main thing is skating and hockey. Like that's what I usually do. Like that's kind of my winter activity, and then you got to do the sledding because you gotta just act like an idiot.
Toboggan.
Yeah,
toboggan.
Go like tobogganing on like a little hill with like all these little kids around, and then all the parents are like, "Why the fuck are these adults here?" Like acting like idiots.
Yeah, sounds like a fun time, eh?
Hey, it is. Yeah, that's the one thing that does happen in Canada. A lot of people say
It actually does happen.
Yeah. Have you noticed? Like straight up?
Yeah,
like even
actually,
with people, like not me. Yeah.
Yeah, not you. No one. Like even with people outside of this household, like when we're out and about, I naturally just hear conversations. Like I'm not eavesdropping, but like I will hear a. Like people will like finish sentences with a, and you're like. I mean, I guess I can't really say much because I'll finish a lot of sentences with, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? It's the same thing. It's just like the American version in this sub area of America, people say that. Or like Canada, just everybody says, hey, unless you're from
Quebec?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that French place. Or Francophone. That's what
those Francophones. They don't cross the Francophones.
But yeah, it's actually like pretty funny. Like my dad, he used to live in England for work, and he was talking to one of his like coworkers one time when he was working in England, and he kept on saying "a" after every sentence, and like literally the guy looked at him, he's like, "Why are you questioning everything you say?" Like it's like I just don't understand. Why are you like questioning everything you say? He's like, "Wait, what?" Like. Oops. But it's like, yeah, I guess if you're just not used to it. But that's, I don't know, it's always been a thing. It's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go to the, like, it's like, yeah, you want to go to the park? Or it's like, yeah, sounds good. All right, let's do it, eh? Like,
why are you questioning yourself? Let's just do it.
Oh, this food's really good, eh? It's like, what? Are you saying it's good or not?
Honestly, your dad says it a lot, and it makes me chuckle.
Yeah.
I try not to laugh out loud because it's not funny, but it's like
my dad is an A-er. I'll tell you that.
For sure it's an A, right?
I feel like I feel like maybe younger generations, we don't say it as much. But like older generations or like boomer generation, oh yeah.
Fucking boomers.
No, those boomers, they love A. Hi. A.
Don't
get me wrong. Hey, some boomers, I dig my homies. Which is very gender sport, but people can express more feminine movements. Oh, figure skating? Yeah, it's very binary gendered sport. Yeah, for sure, I guess, right? Figure skate. I've only really seen like Olympics figure skating, really. That's been like, I always like to watch it when it's on.
I mean, that's kind of like gymnastics for me. I love gymnastics, but like, even when I was actively doing it as a kid, I had to beg my coach to do the events I wanted to do because as a boy, you weren't. That's not the vault wasn't like a thing that guys do.
Yeah.
It's not a men's sport. But I really love the vault. But like also like doing the pommel horse, which is a men's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like it is very gendered, like extremely gendered. And you're like, wow.
Is there competitions though for like male categories in gymnastics? Okay, so that's just a stigma thing. Yeah.
Like it's like men only do these events.
Oh, okay.
Women do these events, and there's a lot of overlap, and then there's like a lot of not overlap. Like women have the uneven bars.
Yeah.
Men have one.
Oh, okay.
And it's way higher.
Okay.
And men do rings. I think women might do. I don't think so actually, but like men do the pommel horse, women do the vault.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. So it's like different events for gender wise. Yeah.
Similar, if that makes sense. Like for whatever reason.
Yeah. Like it's not the same thing, but it's kind of like I know just in tennis, like, you know, for example, at Wimbledon or at the US Open, men will play 5 sets, best of 5 sets, and then women will play best of 3 sets. And like, yeah, it's
You're
kind
like,
of one of those,
why?
Why? Yeah, like why? Like,
but why? It's not like they're playing best of 5 against a dude. So like, just let them play the best of 5 because that's how Wimbledon's run.
Oh yeah, and the thing is too, a lot of people they'll use this argument like, oh well, men have more endurance, they can go long. It's like no, it's what it is. The men's games make a lot more money, so they're gonna broadcast it a lot longer. That's the main reason. Yeah,
5 sets.
That's the main reason why. It's nothing to do with men are stronger, they can go longer. Like maybe a little bit, but I feel like professional female athletes could do 5 sets too. Like it still could be a thing. Like, but I feel like it's more of a media thing.
Easily.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, like
that's
I feel it's
like,
more of a media thing.
Yeah. It's so silly to be like, no, they couldn't do 5 sets. Like, that's insulting to like professional women.
Yeah, straight up. Like
do you know what I mean? They are in shape.
Yeah,
and can keep up with most dudes in their sports, like in a lot of regards, if not absolutely dominate them.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? So like, it is what it is.
It's just the men's category is going to make more money, so it's like, oh, let's have those matches longer, so more people watch for longer, and then we can charge more. Like it's like, wow,
it's almost like what was that I said earlier? Follow the money. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, follow the money.
Follow the money.
Strange.
Got all that money. Okay.
Yo, what's in that NSFW? I'll just man.
Yeah. yeah. Damn. Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Oh. Yeah, I'm a yawner. I'm a yawny. Wow, that lollipop stuff starting to come on.
Must be nice. Must be nice. I'd just be chilling.
Oh, you're here. Hey, how's it going? Hola.
Ooh. What is the gender neutral term for friend in Spanish? Does anyone know?
Oh, because there's amigo and amiga, right? So
random
amigo.
Amigo, like you know what I mean? Like, what is it? Because I like. Yeah.
We were actually we were wondering.
Somebody's got to know. I'm putting it out there in the universe to tell me.
Oh, so there's amigo and then compadre. That's a good one.
Okay, yeah, compadre.
Yo, I dig that.
Yeah, I guess amigo could be gender neutral as well. in some senses, but like it is technically the gendered version.
Amikum.
I struggle with trying to my moves. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
True.
I do be having that problem. Especially in the airport, it's really fun.
In the airport.
Yeah, you just do overtly sexual things in the airport, and people get so weird. Especially when you sit like on the plane. Oh, you can make some people really cringed. It's great. And just remember, folks, it's not awkward for you if it's awkward for them.
Wow, that's a good line. I gotta admit, that's a good point.
Life lessons with Charlie.
Life lessons with Charlie. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, wait, oh. Oh, okay. Spanish is hard for gender neutral. Oh, okay. So the male term.
See, and I knew there was something along that lines, and I was curious how that worked, like in the group setting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it changes, and it's like I can't keep up.
I think it's the same in French.
Probably.
I do remember something like that.
I mean, they're both romantic languages.
Yeah.
So most likely.
Because I do remember when I was learning French in school, somehow I remember that. It was like, yeah, like if you had one guy in a group of girls, it turned to the like male version of like whatever the term.
Yeah,
you're
because
using.
everybody is. We serve the patriarchy.
Yeah, because girls don't matter anymore. I guess like I guess majority doesn't matter anymore. Because like I would see it as more like it should be a majority thing, right? If there's like majority are girls and you want to use the feminine term, majority are guys, you want to use masculine. But it's like no, one guy, and you're like, yo, like we switching it up, like. Okay. All right. Well, I think we're hitting about 3 hours now. Yeah. Honestly, it's been a pretty good chat. I guess we'll probably log off soon, though. Yeah.
Yeah, we can always come back tomorrow.
Yeah, we can always come back, hang out. But yeah, honestly, thanks so much to everyone that tuned in. Really, if you haven't given this a thumbs up, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah. God.
Check out the Discord channel. It's dope.
Oh yeah. Here, I'll put the Discord server here. But thanks so much, guys. Honestly, really do appreciate it. Love you all. You guys are all awesome. Sam Downey clan, best crew ever. You know what I'm saying? Keep it up. Peace. Love you guys. Bye.